You want to sit down?
Yeah, maybe. Oh no, the mics are up now.
What? What? Oh! All right. Oh! Restart.
What's up, Dace-tagular Nation? Welcome to the Dace Man Show, first take. I'm Chris, the Dace Man Dace, and joining me as always, except for last week, Gibby. Yay! And back behind the production desk, Frank Ward.
Hey! You know what's weird?
I feel like we just did this.
We didn't.
Your case is deja vu.
You know what's weird?
What's that?
You didn't even do the line again, man.
I don't know what I said.
This is why we don't script shit.
Oh, right. Because you're behind the production desk.
That's
again?
over. You missed your shot.
No, that's bad.
Over the last month and a half, I've been the most consistent member. I actually knew the word this time. Consistent member on the show. Ew. The one that was gone for years. All of a sudden now I'm the only one the fans can rely on until 2 weeks from now when I get a miss.
2 weeks and you're out of here. That's what happens when they open up the world again. All of a sudden now people got to start traveling and doing some bullshit.
That's right. Or you get a shot and it kills you. One or the other.
So anyway, this is going to be an interesting episode, and by that I mean there's nothing prepared as per usual, aka the Dace Man Show standard.
That's right, Dace Man Show.
Although I do have some ideas for the show that I would like to run through you as the public that are viewing, as well as you that are here in the studio.
Uh-oh, I'm a studio man.
Yes. I really want to make a Lena scale.
Oh.
How's Lena?
So, just Lena. Lena.
It's more of a who than a what.
Diana?
Like Lena Dunham. You remember that whole bit we did for 2 years
I remember you did a bit for it, but I don't know.
Telling her to shut up or talks too much on Twitter.
Yep.
Yeah, her.
So obviously I want to do a scale where she's like the worst possible the worst Lena. The middle Lena would be Cersei from Game of Thrones, because I think her name's like Lena Headey or Lena...
Sure.
Something.
Lena.
But I can't think of like a pristine Lena. Therefore, the scale doesn't work.
I tried to do some research on a pristine Lena.
What's the animated girl from
Leela.
Fry?
That's Futurama?
Yeah.
It's Leela.
I like how before he even finished where that was going, you knew where he was going.
Yeah, because I don't know why, but I knew that as soon as they said Lena and he didn't get Lena, he was thinking of Futurama.
That's why this dynamic works. That's why it's beautiful. You guys just get each other.
But I looked at some classical actresses. There are some Lenas from back then, which you could just go with the whole fact of you weren't born in this era, so you're probably classier than Lena Dunham.
Yeah, but the only downside to that is for the viewers at home, they're not gonna have a clue who that is.
I know, and there's it's such a unique name that if you did a Chris scale, there's 100 fucking Chris's in Hollywood, as well as here.
Possibly.
But if you do a Lena scale, there's 2 currently.
Well,
we could move them. Maybe there's not a mid. We just put her at the end.
And for the record, this scale isn't for more Lenas.
No.
This is for people in general?
If we were to rank our former segment, which was Douchebags of the Week, so you take Gibby's face, plop it on the scale, he would clearly be closer to Lena Dunham.
Are there any males named Lena?
I have absolutely no idea.
That way it doesn't seem like a sexist scale.
No, but we can call him Lena going forward.
Yeah, but no, then he's up there with Lena Dunham, and then we need a new Lena, and then it tanked the whole thing.
All the Lenas that I Googled, though, were it was those 2 that I had said should be on it, and then just classical actresses.
Ooh, what if we do it a Liam to Lena scale? So you have Liam Neeson to Lena Dunham.
Yeah. And in the middle, it's Liam Hemsworth. You're not the best Hemsworth, but you're a Hemsworth.
Yeah, and the name is transitioning to more Lena.
Lena Dunham.
Yeah.
The bossy troll.
Yeah,
I like it.
And then that way it's not 2 girls. That way we try to eliminate some of the hate that's going to come our way.
Yeah, because Liam Hemsworth has probably the most female features of the Hemsworth trio.
That's fair.
Because there's another Hemsworth that's in Westworld, but I don't know his fucking name.
Yeah, no, I'm beat.
Exactly. And he doesn't belong on our scale. Because at least we know who Liam is. He's not Thor.
Exactly.
So that's one thing I want to bring to the show. I want to bring more segments. I love the gaming news with you, at least the intro. Frank's Corner was always interesting. We had an interesting concept when you weren't here.
Yeah.
And then, you came back to the show 2 weeks later, and then we've just never revisited that.
That's right.
Well, to pre-record it, you mean, and have...
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
we still do.
We could. I mean, we could just... And here's me giving something.
Yeah.
And then it's just not me, but old
We're in the middle
me.
of a meeting, guys. Sorry.
It's not me. I was wondering if anybody's actually watching. They give us feedback on whether they want to see on the show.
I think Eric already left.
Yeah.
Because we are in our 9th year.
Oh, God.
8 full years. 9th year we started. About a month in. And I feel like we need to, I say this every fucking year, but we need to shake it up and make this more lively. And each year we usually did something to the studio to kind of bolster it.
True.
We brought back a new set last year. We brought the production desk in last year. And I feel like we're at a point where we should take it to the next notch.
Right.
Because if we're not always trying to be better,
We're trying to be worse.
we're going to get canceled.
Yes.
And by get canceled, I mean I'm just going to stop doing it.
Cancel ourselves.
But I think it's just more food for thought. I do want to introduce the Lena scale at some point because I think that's better than the douchebag of the week. We'll need a song. We need to get a composer. PPP needs to find a composer.
That's right.
We used to have one in-house, and then she moved.
Yeah, but if you think about it, she really only did one song, and then I just kept tweaking the speed of it.
Actually, I might know somebody kind of, sort of. I'll explain later.
I like it.
Or I could explain on. So I'm talking to this girl, right?
If you want to
Oh,
apply,
there you go.
Well, kinda. Like, very loosely talking. Like,
Hold on, loosely.
yeah. But, evidently, she's, like, into music or some shit. I don't know. I don't actually want to hear her sing, but she knows music stuff, so
If she
maybe.
could give the Dace Man Show lyrics, and you could be as insulting of us
she's
as you
listening
want.
to us right now, Frank.
No, that's
I-
not a selling point on dating.
I
Every person I've dated has found out about this after the fact.
Yeah, no, in full disclosure, I wait to bring up that I do a podcast, like, 25th date, and I haven't made it that far yet, so.
I do tell them that I do podcasts, but then I direct them to the more professional ones.
Right.
And then when I actually start
Right.
dating and they're over, it's like sit there and watch the clusterfuck that I do every week.
Exactly.
So it'll be interesting, but I really want to kind of booster the show a bunch. I think we're on we're swinging into the Dace-tacular Gaming-a-thon season.
Yeah.
And that's usually when we get motivated.
Which, by the way, I need to update my graphic thingy in my weight screen because right now it has 8.
We need a teaser video for what we do. But the problem is, we don't do anything, so we don't have a teaser video.
Do we not have a 9 photo fit thing yet?
No, I'm still working on it.
Oh, I thought
I have
you
a
made,
logo.
I
I have
thought you
the
made.
logos.
Oh, I thought you made one already.
The 9 logos are technically
my bad.
Sword and Shield for Pokemon.
Facebook has made it very depressing, reminding me of that one we used to do shit, because you would post some teasers and shit on Facebook. So one that we used to, and then the year above it that goes 6 years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, God, my
I
spleen.
look at that and realize that I was single then and did a lot more compared to what I do now.
You were borderline single.
That was the...
Just because you were never actually single. Now I'm
fair.
getting mad. Now I'm getting
That's
mad.
fair.
You've never actually been single while I lived here.
That one doesn't count.
Actually single
one
while I
doesn't
lived
count.
here. None. Am I like a bro good luck Chuck? Like, we don't fuck, but like, people become friends with me and then they get girlfriends
You call
forever.
that good luck?
Damn.
Am I like a bro bad luck Chuck?
Yeah, there you go.
Like, Nick was single for how fucking long till he lived with me and all of a sudden, ta-da!
Yeah.
Ta-da! Oh, that was weird.
Frank Klein was single for so long until him and I mended our ways and I didn't hate him anymore.
Yeah.
Ta-da! There
Fuck you!
No, you were already gone. You were already, like, doomed.
He tries to help you.
Anyway, sorry, I transitioned away from it. But,
Cool.
yes, we need to film stupid shit so we have a stockpile of footage that we can make a teaser video out of with us now, not us
Yeah,
6 years ago.
Because my teaser video for the startup is the old Dace Man Show intro, and half those people don't talk to me anymore. So that one's a little awkward for me. At least you're promoting a good cause. I'm promoting like failed friendships. It's weird. And then we roll into games that nobody wants to watch. Anywho, Just wanted to know if there was any feedback that we should do as a Dace Man Show. The Lena scale, I really want to do. The Lena to Liam scale. Lena to Liam. Lena to Liam. Yeah,
Liam to Lena.
Yeah.
Because he's down.
Lena's the bad.
Well, I guess which way's the scale? You putting Liam on the top because you're going up?
See, now I was thinking the scale's going like this, side to side.
This one? Oh, shit.
It's completely...
How about, can we compromise, go diagonal?
Alright, we'll do diagonal.
There it is.
But hopefully that'll be introduced
like,
soon.
Well, backslash or forward slash?
It's got to be this way because it's what the hell is the thing with Drew Carey now?
Price is Right?
Price is Right, the climber guy. Eventually he's got to fall off.
He's been too sick lately. He's been watching a lot of Price is Right.
Is Price is Right still? I thought Drew got canceled or something. Something.
Well, they could try, but
No,
I mean, he's got a cushy job now. He just.
We should also do that too. We used to have theme nights here on the show. We used to do Science Day.
God.
Yeah, I want to bring back Science Day.
If we invest in some of the equipment, we can easily do it. We have a portable mic, and all we just need is a portable camera.
Oh.
We'll probably be able to do it live.
The Price is Right production halted as Drew Carey overcome with grief after ex-fiancee kill.
Wait, what? So he's not even with her anymore?
This was back in February of 2020, right
before the pandemic?
Right before.
Was she killed by the pandemic?
So you're trying to tell me it's still not... I thought... Well,
no.
Whatever.
But anyway, that's so not actually what I thought it was. But yeah, Science Day. The only thing we thought of Science Day is Tase Gibby. And that's where it fell apart.
Stops.
I like Eric Sings.
We bought the taser, and then Science Day stopped.
Yeah.
I like Eric's.
I'm cool with, hey, you want to see how things, explode? Down with that, too. Smashing a watermelon with a sledgehammer, Gallagher style, whatever the case may be.
Chuck it off the
But
roof.
we're going to, hopefully in this 9th year, bring you more stuff, rather than these unprepared shows that I have done for you back to back.
Back to back.
Because I don't know how you guys did with the shows, but...
It was great. Grade A.
I have not brought shit these last
Grade
2 weeks.
A. I mean, ours was just flowed perfectly, scripted. Beautiful.
I've also noticed every time I start a project, I start off so good. I mean, so strong.
So strong.
And then all of a sudden it's like, hey, the show should have dropped today. Maybe you should have fucking recorded something. You had all weekend. You didn't do shit. And then you have to do it at 2 o'clock on the day of. Happened with Pod Nerd. Happened with Dace Tagler Mine. And I'm sure it'll happen whatever next I think I do.
Yeah. But while we're out there asking the cosmos, that is the public.
The multiverse?
The multiverse.
Yeah.
If any of you know anybody that really loves video editing, that would be so tremendous to us.
Yes.
That seriously likes to edit videos, they just get their kicks doing it. They don't have to wear pants when they edit our videos. Don't really care. Just somebody that loves to edit videos.
There it is.
I never have pants on when I edit videos.
'Cause
it helps better.
That would tremendously help our ambitions to doing
Gotta let it breathe,
more
man.
pre-recorded shit.
Yeah. Especially since we're going to have to pre-record on the weekend and we go live on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
So you have a very small window to get our shit
recorded, edited, and out
into the show.
Yeah, unless you take a long hiatus to get a week, so you're always playing a week behind.
Yeah.
So if we filmed this last week and it'd air next Tuesday,
we start off so good,
and then next thing you know, you're a month behind and the show's gone.
And then Potter Nerd hasn't aired an episode in 5 months. I get it.
But anyway, food for thought. We'll figure something out, maybe.
Well, I will give you our yearly promise if we will do better.
Yeah.
That's right.
This is our New Year's resolution.
Better.
Since I didn't get to do it a month ago when we actually turned 8 or 9 or whatever the fucking year. You know what confuses me about this show?
A lot.
A lot. But the Game-a-thon, because we started tracking it with number 1, is technically a number higher than our birthday of the Dace Man Show.
Oh, because it wasn't Game-a-thon 0 or
yes.
Game-a-thon...
So it's the first annual Game-a-thon was within the first year of the Dace Man Show, but we turned 1 3 months after that first Game-a-thon. Yeah. So I am constantly confused as we march up to our anniversary date and what the fuck our Game-a-thon is. So we went to our 8th full anniversary, but we're entering into our 9th year, which the 9th Game-a-thon will be this whatever the fuck we're doing it.
We haven't figured it out yet.
March-ish.
Whenever Aaron decides that we're doing
it. March or April.
Because really, I think he's the one that's contingent on the date.
I mean, technically, he is the only one of us that actually has a real time constraint that I'm aware of.
Yeah, because I was just going to pretty much copy-paste and move back a day. So if that was on the fucking 26th, this would have been the 25th next year, or the 27th, whatever the case may be.
Whatever way
Exactly.
the calendar works.
Yeah. So,
We'll see how it goes. We'll see.
Anyway, to talk about conversations and stuff that's going on, I think it's interesting to know, and I know neither of you have watched it, but Black Widow debuted 2 weeks ago at the box office with $80 million. I think 60 of it was at the theater itself, 30 of it or 20 of it was actually Disney Premiere Access. But
I actually heard it was, they made, I think, 70 in States, I think it was 80 internationally.
Okay, but I know at least the states split their profits across Disney
Access. And I think
Access.
they made like 60 or something through Disney alone, worldwide.
Yeah, so like there was this clear split rather than the natural everything goes to the box office. And because of that, Black Widow actually fell to number 2 in the second week to Space Jam: A New Legacy. And now box office owners are pissed at Disney for splitting the premiere between Premiere Access.
From what I heard, Disney actually made the most money off of this because
Disney's cool with
they
it.
skipped the box office fee.
Yeah, so Disney's
they
cool
got
with it.
$30 and it's straight into
with not sharing any profit with the movie theaters.
Yeah, and the way the movie theaters work is when it first releases, I think it's like really favored for the theaters.
That's where they get the biggest cut.
Yeah, and then as it stays in longer and longer, it benefits the studio more because then the split becomes more generous to them.
Yeah, so usually the $200 million fucking opening week that Black Widow would have seen was a mere $80 million in domestic box office.
So you got to figure, like I said, I think it was like 60. They almost made as much as the U.S. sales. I think it was just slightly below it.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to figure, I think it was $30 if I'm not mistaken if you buy it on Disney.
Yep, Premiere Access is $30, so it's essentially the price of 2 tickets.
2 tickets, but most likely more than just 2 people
Or
are watching
one
it.
ticket and popcorn.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, but most likely more than just 2 people are watching it.
you're right.
So I mean, I think the theaters got crushed by that, and I kind of thought it was going to happen, especially because HBO started that trend with Wonder Woman.
Look, I will still say I am always still a fan of the movie theater, though.
I think
I bought the ticket for Suicide Squad.
I think what's going to happen here, which is going to be interesting, is it's actually going to make the movie theaters have to compete more. So I think you're going to see better amenities. I bet you the prices inside the theater actually drop for like popcorn, etc.
I feel like it'll be a while before that happens because they're trying to make up for all the lost money they didn't get.
But I think they're going to go bankrupt then if
Look,
that happens.
I hope you're right.
On AMC, have you seen their stuff?
Yeah, well, I'm sorry.
I hope you're right.
Cinemark, though, you don't stand a fucking chance.
That'd be fantastic if popcorn prices would drop a smidgen. Like, $1 or $5.
But I bet you it becomes more of it wouldn't even surprise me if they they serve meals and stuff to try and offset.
There's
I
one of those in King of Prussia.
I was going to say,
That's
some
what I mean.
have tried doing that.
I think that's basically where the theaters is actually going to move towards.
Or they just start bringing in alcohol. You won't do it in Jersey because you can't get your liquor license, but
liquor license in Jersey is just going to kill you. But yeah.
Anywhere else, though, they'll start probably doing that.
But I thought it was interesting. It fell the second week to Space Jam: A New Legacy, which I don't think either of you watched.
No. I didn't even realize it came out.
It's an HBO product placement of hey, I'm Warner Brothers. These are the properties I own. This is what I'm shoving down your throat.
I mean, to be fair, when I do watch it, it's definitely going to be on a free or I'd watch it on HBO because I'm already paying for it, HBO Go. But I wouldn't have paid to see that in theaters.
No, absolutely not.
And they don't even really play basketball.
Shocking.
They play basketball, but apparently his kid develops a game that's like a surreal. It's like NBA Jams, but it's the NFL Blitz. He made an NFL Blitz version of the NBA game, and that's the version they use for the Toons versus the Goons.
Okay.
It's got some interesting. There's power ups. There's different It's not good.
I'll probably get around to watching it eventually.
But the weird thing is, I did find myself laughing at certain things. I thought that I really thought I was going to go in and just be Jesus Christ, that was a waste of my time.
Yeah.
But there was parts of it that did make me chuckle.
Mm-hmm.
Don Cheadle is phenomenal.
Don't know yet.
I don't know what?
Don't know yet.
War Machine from
Don fucking Cheadle, man.
Iron Man. Not Tony Stark.
It's for
The other
original
guy.
one or the.
The second one.
Second
The one
one.
who's been through most of the movies.
Okay, I know who he is now.
Okay.
That's the
He's
only movie,
hilarious.
only movie I know him from, but that's fine.
But like watching it back and forth, thinking about like all the effort and like they went heavily animated for this one
I seen that.
compared to the
They,
first
they,
one.
they even animated him, so that just makes me feel like he sucks at acting.
Well, no, he eventually comes back to live action. They do a 3D rendering of all the tunes. But there's a good 20 minutes of the movie where he's animated LeBron.
Yeah.
Right.
Whereas, like, I feel like the first one really developed with, like, you had the Bill Murray character, you had the Wayne Knight character, like, you had all these other characters. This was just strictly LeBron.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. Sarah Silverman's in it, too.
Weird.
Briefly. She's like an executive at Warner Brothers.
Okay.
Weird.
Yeah, it was like a weird brief. Her and Steve Yeun from The Walking Dead.
So that's who Warner Brothers think their executives look like. Interesting. Okay.
I guess. But it's definitely worth a watch if you have HBO Max and it's there and you have time to burn.
And you
Probably
don't know what
not.
else to do?
I have plenty of other Marvel stuff to watch that I'm probably not going to watch.
Loki's really good, man, and I think we're doing a podcast Wednesday for Loki tomorrow.
What? Look, we need to have a talk
We need to have a talk
about
Or we
Wednesday
can
nights.
change it. We can totally change the
about
date.
Wednesday nights. Yeah.
Well, no, that's actually. I mean,
Because we do want a fourth person on it.
I was gonna actually say, in all for realness, though, if you wanted me on it, I'm busy tomorrow. I don't have to be there. We'll talk about this later.
Yeah. But we are, instead of doing the Potter Nerd show by show kind of fucking podcast, we're going to do a round table of both Loki, and then I'd like to split it up for Black Widow, because I think we're going to talk long about both of them to the point where they're going to justify two different podcasts. And that should jumpstart Potter Nerd back into gear.
To the moon.
To the moon. And then we should have start the
That should be coming up soon, too.
Because I think we're on episode 12 out of 14. So 13, I believe, is coming out Friday.
Yep.
So that means there's two more.
And then even though we're kind of getting away from the episode for episode, I really want to break down episode by episode the What If series of Marvel, because I feel like there'll be a lot to unpack, because you're going to get a snippet of What If, but there could be so much more potential outside of that to talk about. In like Peggy Carter's Captain Britain, okay, she freezes in the ice. She's now part of the Avengers. Does she pick up Mjolnir or whatever the fuck the hammer's called? Like, so much stuff to talk about from that and unpack that can actually justify a full episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was interesting that Black Widow, Disney pissed off all the fucking box office people. They're going to be lovey-dovey with them when Shang-Chi comes out, when it's only exclusive to
Theaters.
And Shang-Chi looks pretty badass. I don't know if you guys saw the when they first showed the first teaser trailer, I'm like,
Cool.
nah, it's fine. They showed the second one, like all of a sudden he's got like the 10 rings actually are fucking powered devices and shit like that, and then Abomination shows up at the end of the fucking trailer. Like, what the fuck is he doing in China? Japan? I don't know what Shang-Chi. Asia. In fairness. Well, that's going to do it for pop culture. I know it wasn't much. San Diego Comic-Con is on the horizon, even though Marvel and fucking Disney are piecing out from it. They're not going to be there, but there'll be other stuff. But we're going to go into gaming news with Gibby.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
What?
We already had an intro
fuck
to you. It
was
was like
that?
3 minutes, man.
So you were talking earlier about the PlayStation 4s.
Yeah, PlayStation 4. It's still expensive.
Did you see
We weren't talking on air about it, so
I was going to say, were we
Yeah.
talking on air?
No, we're talking about
Okay.
it prior.
So I was complaining that
Pre-show.
PS4s are still like $300, $350.
So did you see in Europe, somebody got busted for having a PlayStation farm?
A PlayStation farm?
Yeah, so it's like a crypto farm, but it was with PlayStation. So somebody
on.
had, literally, basically a fucking storage unit, or not a storage unit, like a shipping container or whatever. And he basically built the rack. It literally looked just like a mining rig. And then he had a computer run a program, and it was running all the PlayStations.
What was he mining?
FIFA currency, and then
FIFA coin.
and then rolling it into the player packs in order to sell the players. I swear to God.
There's so much to unpack from this story.
It's fucking mind blowing. I'm just throwing it out there. And so they destroyed all the PlayStations, by the way. I don't know why.
Wait, what? Hold
The
on.
PlayStations didn't do anything wrong.
But they busted them.
Is that
He's
illegal?
going to jail.
How is that illegal?
Well, honestly, it's Europe. I don't know their rules.
I was gonna say, what's illegal about that?
Well, first off, you can't sell. You can't even sell in the United States. You can't do like person-to-person sales of electronic stuff, which is kind of weird.
What do you mean? Like, you mean like the digital character things?
Yeah, because EA owns it, so it's copyright infringement. It's like a bunch of there's a copyright laws that go out the ass on it. That's the whole reason why ETFs exist, as well.
EFT?
EFTs, whatever the fuck they are.
No, I was trying to think if...
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Maybe NFTs.
NFT.
That might be it.
Whatever the fucking digital
Fucking
copyrights are, or whatever.
We talked about it once.
Yeah. What?
What is this show? What? We don't know nothing.
So.
LBTs. Nah, that gets
that
dangerous.
sounds delicious.
Lettuce, bacon,
Bacon and tomato?
So he but that's not police arrest him, go to jail. That's EA sues the fuck out of him. That's a different story.
Again, copyright laws in different countries, it could be completely different over there.
But-
Here, yes, you get sued your pants off.
If you put it in front of it's different.
Again,
country.
different
Yeah.
state. They
I
not
would
all of
say,
them have
in front of a
juries.
jury of his peers, I feel like his peers are going to agree with him that EA sucks at dick.
I don't think many countries actually have juries by peers. It's usually they're just arbitrations.
No, it's
To the
terrible.
courts. Yeah.
That's terrible. That's why we're America.
So
That'd be fantastic. Somebody gets arrested in America for it, and the jury just goes, nah, EA fucked up.
Yeah. If EA were a bunch of douchebags, this wouldn't happen. Not guilty, Your Honor. You don't get to make that call, Mr. Dace.
But I thought it was interesting. I mean, I actually didn't take a picture of it, but I did read about it. That was last week I read about it. That was interesting in my mind.
No, it definitely interesting. There's
How
still a
did he
lot of
afford
questions.
all those PS4s. Like, he had to have done this before on a smaller
Well,
scale to get to that
in
large
Europe,
scale.
it's a really Europe, it's a really big industry, because FIFA is
Well, the FIFA industry, not the PS4 industry.
selling those player cards and stuff like that. Like that's a
But he
big
had to start off
industry.
smaller to get to a fucking shipping container.
Like, he must have opened one pack and got Pele, and somebody was like, dude, I'll give $500 for that. And then he's like, click, yeah.
Huh.
Yep. So he's
Don't they do that in World of Warcraft?
Yes, and that was an issue for the longest time, and it still exists. It's not as bad now because it's basically the
Because
same game.
I've seen also where they do it on fucking eBay with Pokemon Go.
Again,
They sell Pokemon, like, they just sell the account or sell, like,
They either
shinies?
sell the account or they sell like,
You
well,
like
I guess if they're like the phony GPS people.
Yeah.
Technically, it's not legal, and they can get in trouble for it. Is the problem?
Well, wouldn't eBay shut that shit down then?
Oh, eBay doesn't give a flying fucks.
eBay, we talked about how eBay's cutting down on, like, adult-rated material or something. Wasn't that something we
Yeah,
talked
but
about?
like the problem is you have to monitor it. I don't know how much they bring in off of it, as well. If it makes a lot of money for them, they're not going to stop it.
I just remember looking
It's
at.
going to be buyer because eBay is clearly a buyer beware market, basically.
Well, I
Well,
remember
they've
looking for
gotten
a Pokemon game for 64, and then you had Pokemon Go accounts for
Yeah.
sale, which I thought was crazy.
Well,
So technically what you're trying to say is I don't own my Pokemon Go account? Or anything on it? Those Pokemans that I caught aren't mine?
You own it, but when you agree to play it, you basically hit the
Nobody
button
reads
saying-
that. Don't even try to fuck. Don't
There's
even
a
try to
South
say
Park
that
episode about not reading the fine print.
Yeah, but
Oh, why did he still sign it? Oh no!
But basically, they own all the content, but you own the account. But you can't transfer the account. You can't sell the account. You can't all that because they own the copyright. You don't own the.
Okay. All right. Nah,
It's a whole issue why when GameStop first came around, GameStop had a lot of legal issues with the game developers because of selling used games. Then eventually did become mainstream. But originally, when they first started out, that was a big issue.
Because they were no longer in the profits.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because they were. So it was a weird way of doing a player. It was basically.
So what you're
instead of
saying?
consumer to consumer, it was going consumer back to business, business back to consumer. So it's kind of.
So what you're
sketch how it happened, but they basically came to an agreement somehow. So
what you're really saying is somebody with a really good lawyer could potentially buck the system. You get somebody who defends the fact of like, no, I devoted 850 hours into Pokemon. These are fucking mine. I got to do what I want with them, and try to get the court to rule on the side of you, and then all of a sudden shit changes.
I mean,
I agree, and I honestly think that you would actually win, but somebody would actually have to take it into litigation, and it's going to cost you a fortune.
I don't think you would win the same way as I would lose a lot of Dace Man Show content for using a computer that doesn't necessarily belong to me.
Well, it's a good thing we're not famous.
They're like, I'm sorry, sir, what computer did you use to edit that video? And I'll be like, oh, shit, you got me.
Yeah. No, but the better part is when we get canceled.
Yeah.
Sir, what computer did you use? It's
Owners! They told me to do it!
Yeah, so it's a little...
I told them the daily download was stupid.
Yeah, so the problem is, and that's sort of the whole thing, which is digital, what do you own, what don't you own? Like, that's like basically the big new frontier.
Yep, and
that's
that's
with the NTFs, wherever the fuck
EBTs.
Yeah, whatever.
NFTs.
They're trying to make it to where you can start to own these properties. So I feel like down the line it'll probably become a pretty popular thing. Like CS:GO has the skin thing, and then
Let's start now.
they keep
Okay,
banning the
alright.
fuck out of all those sites because it's technically illegal to do it. Valve actually allows. They actually have a built-in marketplace, but it's a little. They have it built into their service agreement, so I guess that's how they skirt it. To be honest.
Okay.
I'm going to completely divert from gaming
I'm
news
sorry.
for a second, and I apologize because this
That's
is
fine.
something we should have talked about out the gate. Did anyone see that giant penis that flew through the sky today and went to space for 5 seconds?
Yes, I did.
No,
Okay.
I missed
So that was
everything
the
you're
first
talking about.
manned flight of SpaceX, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't call it a flight. He kind of hovered there and then dropped back. It was Blue Ocean, or Oceanic Blue, or whatever the fuck they're called.
Yeah, whatever Jeff Bezos.
SpaceX is the Virgin
SpaceX,
guy,
yeah.
I thought.
Well, and then I know
Or no, SpaceX is
Tesla,
Tesla,
SpaceX,
isn't it?
yeah.
But
God.
it looked like a penis, and I immediately capitalized by posting the video from Austin Powers of them looking at the radar and doing the penis joke for 5 minutes.
Yeah, I seen that on. They had that on TikTok, and they would. Yeah, it was fucking.
It was
great,
a huge
yeah.
Johnson.
Now, was Jeff Bezos in that?
Yep,
Or
he was in it. His brother was in it. Someone named Wally was in there, and some kid.
Yeah, because I remember.
Does that not look like a
Yeah,
penis?
I know Kusher was supposed to be in it, but he sold his
Granted,
ticket.
it's a neutered one because it's missing the balls.
Yeah, there's no balls.
But that's all shaft and tip. And apparently Bezos was in the tip, and the tip detaches and floats back down to Earth. There's it floating back down to Earth.
That's right.
There he is, giving the thumbs up
Thumbs
from
up,
the tip.
baby, from the tip.
So
Those are the people that were on it.
let me get this straight though. So the rocket just
Went up and came back down.
Came
But
back.
the unique thing is the base of it landed, so they can reuse it.
Yeah, they I think was it earlier. Right, it was last year that it fucked up and it blew up. Oh, that was hilarious.
Yes.
It tried doing the what's called and overcorrected.
Yeah. Blue balls.
But this time it did it.
It did it.
So now it's like, oh, we started doing something.
Yeah.
Did you see SpaceX's spaceship?
The Virgin Atlantic guy, yeah, right? Who?
No, I'm talking to Tesla one.
Oh, I didn't
It's-
think he went yet.
He didn't go. No, he didn't go yet. But he's building a. He's trying to build a thing to go to Mars.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. The guy's always high.
Yeah, it's straight stainless steel. It looks fucking insane to me.
I guess
A week ago, that Richard Branson guy, is that his name? From Virgin,
I know
whatever.
somebody
Familiar.
in Russia did it as
he
well.
did a flight of a plane-looking thing and kind of like
Yeah, and then they
flew a bit and then landed.
Yeah, so he did his is more like a weird glider with a jet attached. Yeah, that plane that he was on was ginormous. It's like two planes on each side
Yep.
with like a fucking massive wings in between.
Meanwhile, we're in a pandemic that is raging on, and these billionaires are having fun shooting rockets that look like penises into space.
Look,
That's right.
for one, it is only fitting that they model him after dicks because it is a giant dick-waving fight as it is.
Oh my god, and he looks like Dr. Evil. Like, it fit perfect.
Oh, that's actually pretty. Yeah.
It fit
Yeah,
perfect.
that's actually pretty true.
But I guess
He just doesn't.
If he would have came out of that ship like this
he needs to gain a little weight though,
and have a mini,
yeah.
Okay, he probably does. We just haven't seen it.
Perfect.
But also, I guess a decent. Bye, Gibby. A decent takeaway, in a way. So everybody's arguing about the billionaires that are blowing money to do this.
I mean, I would too, but go ahead.
But the takeaway is that money's technically should be coming back into an economy somewhere. They got to buy these parts and services.
It's going to fossil fuels.
I'm just saying.
No. To your point, if you think about it, all the space travel we did in the 60s, 70s, and 80s led to developments into technology that we use today. So in theory, in 30 years, we should be seeing benefits from what they're doing now.
Right. In theory, assuming that they do something right.
Yeah, because, I mean, we wouldn't have had Tang if astronauts didn't go to space.
That's true.
Or space ice cream, which is,
But
dry.
also, but on that argument, and this is going to get dark.
There's a pandemic going on.
No, I was going to say, but you can make that argument about medical advances that happened during the Holocaust. Like, good things came out of it. Doesn't mean we should do it again.
Technically, you wouldn't have Post-it notes either.
Debatable.
From the Holocaust?
No, World
You
War
say Post-it notes?
World War II, yeah.
I can see it. Joseph Mengele. June number 2 did not do good.
Well, it was actually for medical purposes. They were trying to make
With
it to where...
Post-it notes?
Yeah,
Are we-
they were trying to make it glue. They have it now.
Wait, are Post-it notes from Holocaust or from space?
World War II.
So it was not. You did
It
hear
was.
it right.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so they were trying to make glue that would... They have it now to where, you can kind of, like, stitch glue or whatever. I forget what the fuck it's called now.
I feel like a jackass.
But then they realized that it wasn't...
Because it happened.
Yeah, it didn't work, basically. It was shitty. And then
But just good enough.
Somebody got the fucking bright idea and then put it on the back of
Put it on a little piece of paper.
Yeah, yo,
Yay!
my mother invention, I guess. But yeah, it was designed to be a glue for medical
Was it the
purposes.
Germans? Please say it was not.
I don't know. I
Like,
actually
so
don't
many
know.
retractions and shit are gonna have to be said if it was the Germans who invented Post-it notes.
I actually don't know who.
Because that means,
or I'm pretty,
hypothetically, my joke was a reality and I made fun of something that was happening.
Yeah. Woo.
We can move on, and I'll just
40
tell you what I
years.
find
okay,
if you'd
maybe
like.
Maybe it was Vietnam.
Spencer
It was one
Silver.
war.
That doesn't sound German. I'm good. I'm in the clear. I'll move on.
That's right. But it was designed for something completely different. What the fuck?
Now, if it said Spencer Von Silver, I would have been fucked.
Yeah, it would have been fucked. So, well, it's 40 years ago. What war we would have been? That would have been the 80s?
I was going to say
The
not
Vietnam,
that.
maybe?
Yeah, it would have been Nom.
Yeah, maybe
Or Star
Vietnam,
Wars.
Yeah.
Alright, so the joke stays on. Anyway, you go back to your gaming news. I just thought it was interesting that... Well, actually, I'm disappointed in myself that I had...
Go, scan up a little bit. Introduce...
I had a good 20 minutes worth of dick jokes we could have done
I
at the beginning of the show instead of doing Black Widow talk.
Yeah. Anyway.
I mean, I try not to do too much on the Google searching, though, because, like, obviously the
yeah, well,
customers...
it said where it
can't
was
see.
from. Was it Kentucky?
Oh, look at that. Fucking
Kentucky.
wiki.
Hey, okay, there you go. Post-it note, baby. Woo!
Was it? So this was invented by Mitch McConnell?
It was,
oh my god,
yeah,
it was in Kentucky.
44 years ago, 1977, in Kentucky.
By Mitch McConnell.
By
He
Mitch
probably was
McConnell.
alive, to be honest. He probably put money
As George
into it.
Lucas wrote Star Wars on Post-it notes.
Oh,
There he is. Good old Mitch.
No, that's Arthur Fry, whoever the fuck that
It's
is.
Mitch. They can't see who it is. It's Mitch.
Let's see, Doctor.
Dr. Mitch McConnell.
Uh,
But there's a picture of Arthur Fry when it says Dr. Spencer Silver.
Dude, you're asking the wrong
They're bootlegging
fucking
glue?
person. Bootlegging glue!
Whatever, this is going down dark hole. Back to gaming news with Gibby.
3 a.m., whatever. Alright, anyway.
should I hit the button? No. Oh, just...
Don't-
Give it. All right, we're back. Do it over.
Anyway.
Or just do it all over. All right.
EA Live is happening in 2 days, I believe. Yeah, 22nd, 2 days. So people are pretty excited to see it. I'm not, but whatever.
EA Live, is that just where they say, "Hey, we're gonna steal all your money again,
It's like
suckers"?
PlayStation Play, yeah,
Shocker, we got sports games coming out.
Hey,
With
guess
some
what?
more sports games.
We reskin Madden again, suckers. You gonna buy it, suckers?
We're pretty butthurt that Star Wars is a different developer for the time being. Well, we'll get another game out soon.
But enjoy this other space laser fight, crazy.
That's right.
With Tom Brady.
So they're basically going to have Battlefield 2042, Apex Legends,
Oh yeah, I forgot they made that
Lost
game.
and Random.
Apex?
And potentially, there's a rumor of a new Dead Space game. So they're expecting that they might release it or have a teaser on it.
Teaser.
I played the
2
first
days.
Dead Space. I really liked it, and I bought the other 2 that came after it.
Yeah.
And never got a chance to play it, and then the PS3 wasn't a thing anymore. So I never got back to it, because they never re-released them for PS4.
Yeah.
I never
just-
played it.
That's true.
But I had a friend who did, not you. You weren't alive at the time.
I was dead.
Yes. To me.
Space.
But anyway, I heard it was a really actually good game.
It is.
So that's my
I
input.
thoroughly enjoyed it, and I bought the sequel each time. Like, I got to get back to playing
I
this.
got back to it, and the guy doesn't open up the box. Anyway.
You're not wrong. I think Dead Space 3 is still in the wrapper.
That's right. So it's going to be 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. British Standard Time,
I'll be in
3
bed by then.
a.m. AEST, so I guess that's Asian
For Japan.
Eastern Standard
Wait,
Time.
you say 8?
AEST, so it's Asian. I've heard of AST.
I think someone just spelled East wrong.
Australian.
Australian.
Australian
Nobody
Eastern
cares
Standard
about those
Time.
kangaroo-loving bitches.
I was going to say, because AST,
Mike.
I believe, is
There's a
Asia.
bug on the screen.
So, fun fact, it's also 10:49
Morning, mates!
in
Morning, Mike.
Australian Eastern Time. So, why aren't you fucking listening?
Yeah. Morning. I lost it.
Morning. I wasn't even close.
Anyway, so this one's a little weird of a story, but we're gonna go there. Well, not weird, but it's kind of, and to me, it's interesting.
Random.
Xbox Series X/S tops PS5 in the U.S. June sales. Best-selling games are also revealed.
They probably had more consoles.
Yeah, well, it's actually interesting if that's the case. Well,
Thank you.
yeah.
You got warm. You go on with your stories.
I don't know.
He
I'm
got
sorry.
He
I
got
can't
distracted
help
too.
myself.
You start taking clothes off. Everybody just up.
I do it every week.
So, the one that actually sold the most units,
Was it PlayStation?
The Switch.
the Switch. Exactly. Because it's
Oh,
it's a shitty. You have to sell 2 Switches to equal one of the
See,
next gen.
this is why I'm bad at riddles, because in my mind I was just thinking between the Xbox and PlayStation. Forgot there was a third in there.
Yeah, I know, but
Twist the Dreamcast.
yes, to Switch. So that was kind of interesting. Basically, spend was up about 5% compared to last year, reaching $4.9 billion
Billion.
a month, which I thought was kind of crazy. Then the Switch tops the top-selling home consoles in the U.S. during June unit sales. However, the Xbox family of consoles performed the best in terms of dollar sales. In fact, dollar sales of Xbox hardware in June was the highest ever for a June month, eclipsing the previous record set in 2011.
Who the fuck doesn't have a Switch by this point? Unless it's just all
Well, they-
sales
they-
coming from kids fucking up their screens.
I was just gonna say,
they
yeah.
just re-released a new one. With
That
the
didn't come out yet, though, right? The 4K?
LQ fucking 9962 whatever screen.
the larger screen. I didn't think they released that yet. I thought that was just
Oh, I
like a
thought that
hey,
was
it's coming.
released at the beginning of that month. I have no idea.
It was announced. I don't think it was released.
All
But
right. Well,
I
drove sales. I have no idea.
at this point, because I remember during the
I
pandemic,
mean, fuck, guys. I have one. If I have one,
your wife has one. You don't play it.
Are you talking about the OLED release? 'Cause
Yeah.
yeah,
That's not out till October.
October. Okay. So
I think. Well, let me click on the full article.
That was the big story that was coming around.
But yeah, because I was gonna say we just reported on that like a couple weeks ago.
yeah,
like
I thought it was actually well, that's all right, I guess.
couldn't believe
It's
it.
0.8 inches bigger.
So, yeah.
And released. It'll be released on October 8th.
So
But you can pre-order.
you pre-order it.
Would that count the sales?
Digital sales are not included.
I don't know.
Xbox sales. So yeah,
Because all pre-orders would have to be digital, right?
Well, not necessarily. You can walk into your favorite store.
And I put $5 on it. It's not. I'm not putting the full price.
I would imagine no. I wouldn't think so.
I wouldn't think so either. But yeah, I honestly have no idea. It's a good question.
Unless they just estimate their sales, and then all of a sudden it's a disappointing launch.
That's what I was gonna say. Like I feel like that's why they'd save them up for the launch,
Yeah.
because then they combine all that to that launch. To
Then
that.
who's still
sales.
fucking buying these things? Like,
That's right.
it
I don't
has to
know.
be kids just destroying their screens.
And parents going, all right, we'll get you a new one.
Yeah.
Could be. Maybe
Because they're only, what,
maybe
$250?
Maybe the Joy-Con goes bad and they just say, fuck it, buy a whole new system.
Yo,
At that point, yeah.
I totally get that.
Like $80.
Instead
so.
instead of paying $80 for Joy-Cons, you're halfway to a fucking new Switch.
Yep.
All right.
I hate that so much.
Yeah.
Only because it's technically two different controllers.
And that's
Like, if you look at the Joy-Con itself, one little half is a PlayStation 4 controller. So it's technically cheaper than a PS4 controller. You're getting two.
well, Switches are still $300.
I was gonna say I think it's like $250 to like $400 depending upon
The
Switch,
lights are
Switch
200.
lights are $200.
Yeah.
But at that point, there's no point. Like, the whole
the memories are
point
also
of the
different.
fucking Switch was the fact that you could either play it on your TV
I
or
wouldn't
pick
do
it up and go.
I wouldn't do
Yeah.
the light because the light the Joy-Cons don't even exist.
The
They don't
light-
come off.
Yeah.
It doesn't connect to your
build it.
TV. There's
The
no
lights-
fucking point to it.
The light's just a PSP at that point.
Yeah.
Which we had
And nobody
that.
liked that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on. Sorry. Just baffled that there's still this many sales
I'm
on
not
a
jumping
Switch.
into another story because
Well-
Valve's also getting ready to release their. Well, let's just skip to it.
Wasn't necessarily a
I'll
lot
go
of
back
sales.
to
It was
that
just
because
more
there's
than
other
the
stuff in there.
more than the consoles that weren't released. So
Well,
it might
I
not
can
have been
see
a
where
lot.
it would edge the other two out because they aren't being released. But at the same time, like, didn't the Switch go on back order last year because this was the system to get for the pandemic?
Well, no, because fucking the stupid
Animal Crossing.
blew up and
It was the only one producing games. Like,
how
even
it
the
became
PS5
fucking
and shit.
viral was mind blowing. But yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, but back to this whole thing. The Valve Stream Deck has a much better memory suggested. So I don't know if you guys have seen this or not.
That's their version of the Switch.
Yeah, so it
PSP.
has not released yet. You can pre-order. I was actually looking at it last week because now it's showing up on my
It's been popping up on
my
my feed. Facebook feed.
no. When I log into Steam, it's like one of the things. I mean, it's just they spam you it because obviously it's their content. But I was looking into it. It looks pretty neat. It's larger screen than the Switch. It's got a dock. I don't think it has detachable Joy-Cons. I think it's all just built in. But it will attach to the what's called. So I think you can probably play remote with because you probably
If
can
it's
play,
got a dock, you could USB any kind of controller into it.
well, no, well that's what I mean. Well, they have the Valve has their own controller that would sync up with a computer. So I'm assuming it's going to sync up with the system, which would make sense. And it looks like it's got 2 track pads. So you have the what's called over there, and then underneath it looks like it's two track pads. So you can actually. So I don't know how the hell that's going to work, but that might be kind of interesting.
It is.
Interesting.
And you basically need an actual Steam account, and it'll link directly with your Steam.
So you can play all those games you have on your Steam account on it? Or
I
within
was
limits?
Googling that, and I couldn't. They didn't answer that question because I was.
My guess is, because there's a few other ones.
My
like-
guess is it's only specific games.
Yes, because I noticed that
Yeah.
as I was playing. Anything I can't plug the controller in and go with, I assume won't be on that. That would be my assumption, because then you don't have a keyboard to play it.
Correct, but there's a lot of games that like, because even like Dota and stuff, like you can technically, I don't see how you couldn't set up a controller for it is the problem. So it's interesting. I don't know, but yeah. So they haven't really they basically released some more specs for it. That's the reason why it came out. Plus they also, like I said, last week they opened up pre-sales.
Mm-hmm.
It is buggy. I will throw that out there if you're trying to get it. And they know it's buggy. A lot of people were struggling to actually.
What's the price point
order.
on it?
I only looked at $5, obviously, because that's what it was to pre-order. I actually
It is $5 to put to reserve yourself
I
something.
have actually no idea how much the total price point is. That's a great question.
Like, I'm curious if it's on par with the Switch or if it's going to be on par with like the PS5 and the Xbox Series X.
I would assume it's got to be on par with the Switch. Because it literally looks like I'm surprised it's not like
Getting
Nintendo
sued?
ain't suing it. Yeah, like it is surprisingly similar. There are a little bit of different tweaks and stuff, but it's surprisingly similar. Like there's even a dock and everything for it, so you can literally dock in like the Switch does and play on your TV. So it's a little interesting. But anyway,
I'd be interested to see what it is. I mean, it's all digital, obviously, because it's Steam, right? There's no cartridges or CDs or shit.
Exactly. It's all going to be digital. You have to go through the Steam store. You have to have an account, which they blast everywheres.
Mm-hmm.
So it is. I thought it was kind of interesting. It also begs the question then: do you have to be on Wi-Fi all the time?
Well, I mean, I can see for some games, but like if you download the classics they have on there, because like I have a bunch of PS1 games on Steam.
Well, again, are you playing it there? Or are you playing it through the cloud? I don't know.
It's probably one of those bullshit things you have to download it to your device if you're gonna go off Wi-Fi.
Correct. And then the question is,
How fast will you blow out your memory?
well,
Well-
my first question is how much memory would actually be in it? Because I would assume that it will be a cloud-based thing because that's what Steam is.
Mm-hmm.
Majority of the games you can play via the cloud. You don't actually download it. You download like a basic client to your computer. You don't actually. You don't own. There's not like a massive file on your computer. You're really playing in the whatever
Steamverse.
Steamverse, the Cloudverse, whatever.
Yeah, but again, how often would you be playing a game not on Wi-Fi anyway?
That's why I never understood the Switch. Like, it was
Well,
always
that-
counting to pick it up and go. There's a lot of stuff you can play.
That's the issue. If you pick up and go, it's all the time. But if you're not, and you're just at home, just chilling. But my
just
thing
feel-
is with that is, then why don't you just get a fucking PlayStation or get an like a better
Or get a
system?
Switch, because they have the cartridges
Yeah.
you can put in there and play.
It's probably just
So-
because it's marketed towards the people that are already playing these games on computer and have to poop every once in a while, and are like, I can take this to the pooper. Done. I'm
I
sorry.
really feel like their demographic isn't ones who go out and have to worry about portability.
I wouldn't
That's
think
actually
so.
not a bad idea.
You're welcome. Marketing. I want to cut.
You put the dock literally in there so it's constantly charging.
You listening, Dan?
Yeah.
Off while you're taking this shit.
Yep.
Yeah, I like it. I didn't think of that. It's a good point.
You're welcome.
Anyway,
Hashtag sales.
let's go back to the last article. I skipped
Switch?
ahead because of that.
The
No,
sales?
it was Xbox killing or whatever. So June 2021 game sales, all platforms. What do you think the number one game was?
For June?
Yes.
Super Mario Golf. No, yeah, Super Mario Golf. Rush.
That was number 3. And
I don't even know what
actually
else
kinda
came
shocked
out.
on that.
I don't know what else came out that month. Or was it something that didn't come out that month?
I mean, it
Minecraft?
might not
It's
have came
Minecraft.
out.
Ratchet and Clank.
How?
Ripped apart.
It was PS5 exclusive.
Number 1! And then,
How?
don't ask me, I don't know. That's number 1.
Is it because they price gouge you?
Yeah, I was gonna say, is this dollars sold or copies?
Yes, sales, so yes, it'll be dollars.
So it's not okay. So it's not units.
Yeah.
So units wise, we go with Mario. Final answer.
Probably,
Sales wise, there's not enough PS5s to justify that being a number one seller. Even though I would probably have bought it if I had a PS5, because that's the only exclusive so far.
Number 2 is Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. That's a free game now on what's called, so I'm a little confused, but whatever.
Huh.
Then it's Mario Golf.
That came
Super
out
Rush.
in the towards the end of June, so that might be. It only got like a week worth of
Yep.
sales.
And then it's MLB The Show 21.
I did buy that.
Scarlet Nexus. No idea what that is.
Did not buy that.
Resident Evil Village.
I do. Oh, I beat that.
Mario Kart 8.
I themed a gameathon after that.
Minecraft.
We're currently doing that every Monday. Not so much.
And then it's Spider-Man Miles Morales.
I beat that too.
Mortal Kombat 11.
Haven't played it yet. I own it.
Animal Crossing New Horizons.
That
which
was
I
the
think
worst
is
investment I've ever
mind-blowing.
done.
100% agree.
Call of Duty Modern
No,
Warfare.
I take it back. Pokemon Snap.
I also take it back. Diablo 2.
Fuck you!
You know,
Fuck
you were just 20 years late to the party. You would have bought that back in '97 when everybody was having fun.
Yeah.
Not 2020. Yeah, 2020.
Woo-hoo.
When the fuck did we play that? Had to be 2020. It's the only reason you wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, I would. I think maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was during the pandemic.
We're
And
still
then
in the pandemic.
year-to-date earnings for so basically it's from January up to the end of June. Number 1, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War.
Was that the one that came out last fall? I'm assuming.
It was for the holiday season.
Okay.
But yeah. Number 2 is Resident Evil: The Village.
I beat that.
Number 3.
I didn't want to stress that I beat a game.
That's right. Number 3, MLB The Show.
I got the collector's edition.
Number 4 is Super Mario 3D World.
I bought that. I beat it with the original one.
Number 5 is Spider-Man Miles Morales.
I beat that too. I beat 3 of these games.
Look at you.
Go.
Number 6 is Monster Hunter Rise.
I don't know what the fuck that is. Let's keep going.
Number 7 is Mario Kart 8.
I technically beat that. You have to unlock all the courses by doing it.
Number 8 is Assassin's Creed
Valhalla.
Valhalla.
I think that might be the only one I don't own. I probably own it.
Number 9 is Outriders.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either. Number 10, Minecraft.
I beat
it.
By that I mean I bought it 5 times, so
You were there when we beat the dragon, right?
a couple times.
Yeah, so you
And
beat
the,
it.
I've seen the weather get
Oh god,
beaten, or the
this
wither.
time when we beat
And
the
the-
dragon?
and the
No,
weather.
And
you
the
weren't,
weather.
you weren't there for this time.
I wasn't there for this end.
This one was a fucking Alan. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't think I've been in the end on this one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fucking thought he could trap the thing. What the fuck?
Oh, you're talking about the wither situation.
Wither.
So it wasn't the dragon. I was gonna
well,
I did see the aftermath of the wither.
Yeah.
No, that was the other one.
say. No. Okay, for what it's worth now, though, it's good now. You can trap the wither in the portal like you're supposed to, and blah, blah, blah. Everything's safe now. Kinda, probably, if you do it right.
I think I walked to the end portal with you guys and then left. Because I remember burying Dan down there.
You guys have fun? Yeah.
I can see.
And that's about all I did.
Yeah. And then a 12-month rolling average, so June to June. Number 1, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War.
Is this game any good? This is like the only one I didn't buy.
I didn't buy it.
Black Ops, though, it's always gonna be number 1 because fucking.
I'm gonna call
I don't get.
bullshit. Like, did you own it?
I did not buy this one. No. I usually get the Triarch ones because of I like.
I get one
Yeah,
whenever
I like
you
the
tell me to
zombies.
get.
I always play the zombies. So if it's not the one that has the zombies, I don't get $2.
I remember usually we play zombies Thanksgiving morning as all the people are making dinner and
Yeah.
we're trying to
But
recover.
again, it's every other one, so I'll probably get the next one because
Okay.
I have fucking problems. I like the I don't know. I just like the zombies. Anyway, number 2, which I still don't understand this one.
Animal Crossing.
Madden NFL 21. Number 2.
I own that now.
sales.
I also own it.
I
beat it.
actually sat down and sorted my games this weekend and went, holy shit, I bought it.
Yeah. Then it goes Assassin's Creed, Valhalla, Spider-Man,
Miles Morales. Good game.
Number 5,
Short.
Ghost of
Tsushima. Another good game. They actually have a director's cut coming out this fall.
Number 6 is Super Mario 3D All-Stars.
That was the one that was like, hey, you've got this window to buy it. And it was all the N64 and GameCube remakes.
Yeah. Which we're going to get back to. Number 7, Animal Crossing New Horizons.
That's solely because of the pandemic and because capitalism was dying in the real world.
And I'm almost wondering if that's only number 7 because I don't think they charge as much for their games, right?
Well, no,
They're not like
they
they're not
released
$60,
it,
right?
but they released in April 2020, so wouldn't it
Yeah.
fell out of the
it's
12
falling
month
out.
rolling?
Yeah, but
Yeah, the big.
but they don't
push,
charge
yeah.
$60 for their game.
yeah.
They do.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, never mind.
It's just not every single game though.
That one was a top tier game.
Number 8 is NBA 2K21.
I own a 2K for NBA, but I don't know what one I
Number
own.
9 is Marvel's Avengers.
Good game. I know people shit on it. I know it's repetitive, but I enjoyed the story. I need to finish it.
Number 10
I played the DLC.
is Mario Kart 8.
That one makes sense. That was a good competitive game during the pandemic to just fuck around on.
Yeah.
So I thought it was kind of interesting, and then
And they haven't come
because-
out with a new Mario Kart since then. And that one's from like the Wii U era.
And then of course because these people love fucking Nintendo. Nintendo got their own fucking bracket.
Excuse me.
Assholes. So for June 2021, Nintendo sales. Fuck the rest of the.
But
systems.
Nintendo really has been the only game developer that's been pushing.
No,
True.
They have, like,
I feel like I've
they're
bought
lucky-
more
they're
Switch
lucky.
games in the past year than I have PS4 games, and I'm
Yeah.
a PS4 guy.
It's just mind blowing to me that none of the other ones get around. But anyway, so number 1 obviously is Mario Golf Super Rush. Not shocking at all.
So before you move on, what did you think of the game? I didn't think it was terrible. I think we got into a long fucking game we shouldn't have got into, and would have been more fun down here with more space.
I agree with the more space thing. I mean, I didn't get bored with playing the regular round of golf.
I didn't think it was that boring either. It just
That battle thing, fuck that though. That was stupid. Maybe I just didn't understand it, but that was dumb.
that one I do feel like, to Cheever's point, it's probably better with the buttons. I enjoyed doing the regular golfing with the motion control, and I feel like that actually gives you a little bit of edge to the competition.
Yeah, no, I don't think the buttons, to me, didn't make any fucking difference. It was more the chaos going on in it.
Yeah.
And, like, I didn't know, like,
That's Nintendo trying to make golf fun.
I don't know how you attack people. Like, in every other game, like Mario Kart, you hit a fucking block, you get something, you throw it at somebody. Like, you just intuitive.
Yeah.
This, I don't know. I kept rolling on my egg as Yoshi, but it didn't seem to, like, do anything.
I don't know.
So you got to stick your tongue out and eat them.
That wasn't a button.
Otherwise,
So-
it would have been done.
But actually, honestly, in my opinion, like, actually swinging it, like, with the button pressing, it's slower.
Was it?
Yeah, well, think about it. The motion of just going swing versus push the button, wait for the line to go, wait,
yeah.
and then it gives you another bar for spin.
I made the comment when we were playing. It brought me back to the Wii Sports when we used to do tennis tournaments and shit like that.
There it is.
Yes.
I like that. I wanted Mario Aces to be that, and I don't know if it ever was. Like, I don't think we ever played it enough.
Yeah.
But the Wii Tennis was so much fun. Go on, you only got to do game number 1.
So somebody's sister hits me in the balls. Anyway.
She was like 7 and deserved it.
Do it again.
Number 2 is Mario Kart 8.
Again, shocking, because that game came out originally on the Wii U, and they just reported it for the Switch.
Number 3 is Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Not shocking.
4, Super Smash Brothers Ultimates. I guess that's the one.
So, that's the current one. I'm wondering if, like, the DLC packs for that add to its...
It says sales, so I would say yes.
Okay, because all of 2020, there was a whole new DLC pack.
It says does not include digital sales, so would a DLC be considered a digital sale?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that one is...
Okay, because there was the 2 fighter passes that came out this past year. Which
Uh,
I haven't gotten yet.
and then Super Mario 3D World, Legend of Zelda, which I still can't fucking believe, Breath of the Wild.
That's another one that came out originally on the Wii U, and then they just ported over to the Switch.
6th highest of the month.
Holy shit.
Then it comes Pokemon Swords. Oh my god.
Schwarzschild.
Yes, Schwarzschild.
So, okay, you know what? Back to the Legend of Zelda. That makes sense because they gave a teaser footage of the second one.
Yeah, which makes and then the next one, which I'm actually shocked, Pokemon Sword and Shield. Then it goes Pokemon Snap. So clearly Snap is not doing too well.
I merely bought that for the nostalgia factor, and after playing it for an hour, went, "This is boring."
Again, I didn't even fall into the trap because I remember my nostalgia remembered the letdown that followed the game.
So I never owned an N64 as a kid. I was a PlayStation 1 guy.
Oh yeah.
So I got to play when I went over to like Rob Matt's house or something, and it was cool for that hour you're hanging at Rob Matt's.
Yeah, because you didn't own it, so you didn't know that you got bored after that.
Yeah. And then after doing it here, I have to just angle my body differently to take the picture. Fuck that.
Yeah.
And they brought Todd back, and Todd just seemed like a douche.
That's
Douche.
Fucking douche, Todd.
Then it goes Super Mario Party. Congratulations. And then number 10, Minecraft.
On the Switch? Makes sense. I think I bought it twice.
It's always fun.
On the Switch?
Fucking Minecraft. Let's be realistic here.
I am interested, though, in so I already reserved a couple games for the Switch. I did... So the Nickelodeon All-Stars, I went for the PS4, because if we're going to play that as a tournament, I want to have the advantage on Vince when it comes to controllers.
Yes.
Rather than putting it on the Switch, like, oh, here, use the GameCube controller and feel comfortable. No, fuck you, man. You're playing my world.
That's right.
But I have also pre-ordered the Metroid Dread, which is the 2D side-scroller for
That
Metroid.
looks really good.
And then also that Mario Party All-Star game, like the games collection.
Games
that they're gonna
collection?
do, yeah.
We'll see.
I have a lot of money getting spent in the fall.
That's right. And then it usually happens in 1 week, and Dave's like, I don't remember ordering all these in 1 week.
Sorry guys, I can't come out this week. I bought too many games.
And then half of them don't get opened. Anyway.
Don't judge. Red Dead Redemption 2.
So my next story, I have a couple of these. So apparently, at going to auction, a sealed Super Mario 64.
Is that the one that went for like 1.2?
It's going up for sale. They're expecting it to be over $1 million.
Well, that's because so then the SNES one went up for $1 million or something.
Yes. The I think there's an SNES. I think it was. I want to say it was like 1.1.
Because I was immediately asked, "Do you have that game?" And I went, "Yes," but it has been played.
I lied. So the original Heritage's Experience, Rare Video Games, blah blah blah, sold a sealed Hang Ten copy of the original Super Mario Brothers, which we're talking about.
So you make fun of me for all these games I don't open, but one day I'm gonna be a fucking millionaire.
WATA rating
30 years from now.
9.6, and that fetched in April $660,000.
You're gonna be so fucking butthurt.
And they're expecting this one to go.
We're like, I can't believe Red Dead Redemption 2 went for X amount of dollars and Dace didn't open it, or a vintage Madden 21 in the wrapper.
So the previous record for a
I don't even remember who that player is anymore.
I was gonna say I don't know if Madden's gonna be the one that gets you that, but maybe.
So the previous record for this one sold for $100,000, but it wasn't mint condition in an unsealed box, basically. So they're expecting this one's going to be, I mean, they're saying high six figures, possible seven figures. See how it goes. I don't know.
Like, none of the shit down there is mint.
This Call of Duty Advanced Warfare Atlas Pro Edition for the PS3 is.
Ho ho ho! Start the bid now! I'll start
right.
with a penny. I got a penny? Anybody? Yeah, because that system's a fucking brick now.
Into more auction news. A Kirby e-reader card long.
Oh, so is that the thing about the Nintendo did their event and they destroyed all their e-cards, except that one got passed?
Thought rumored to have been destroyed, and eBay sellers reportedly uncovered an incredibly rare Nintendo e-reader from E3 2002 and threw it up for auction, where it's currently bidding in the thousands of dollars. The card in question is a first place Kirby e-reader card from Nintendo's E3 2002 floor showing. At the time, attendees were given a promo pack containing these promotional prize-winning cards, emblazed, I don't know what the fuck that is, with iconic... Emblazed with iconic Nintendo characters. It came in 3 variants, first, second, and third
Check
place.
the collection.
With
No, I
only
was just
10
pulling that back.
first place cards ever being printed.
For what it's worth, that's still worth like $60.
Ever being
My moneymaker is the Norm Macdonald show right now. Or Norm. It's running for like $600 because for whatever reason, nobody keeps their Norm Macdonald shit.
That's right. That's
Oh,
right.
it's under the. Is it open?
It's a TV series.
Yeah, no, I know, but is it open?
It's open,
Oh.
but even open, it's like $350. So like that is gonna be my moneymaker. That and fucking Titus, because none of this shit gets streamed, and nobody has their copies anymore.
So that,
I'll
I thought that
never
was
sell.
interesting. So those are my two
Well,
auction news.
You gotta wait for Norm to.
Die.
Die, yeah.
Actually, his stand-up is fucking expensive too, if I remember correctly. Because for whatever reason, you can't find Norm Macdonald shit at all on the internet.
Did they cancel Norm and we missed it?
No. I just think people didn't really
So is
enjoy
Norm-
what Norm is.
Is Norm
That doesn't
the
sound
guy
right.
from Seinfeld?
No.
Who is the guy from Seinfeld that was like the evil guy?
Newman.
Damn it.
Are we doing trivia? Did we move to trivia? I didn't realize.
No,
No, I'm just curious. Sorry.
We can do trivia, but
Norm Macdonald was a weekend update anchor, and he also...
No. So yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what Gibby would know him in from.
He's in Sandler movies.
Sandler.
You watch Billy Madison? When he was the kid, when he was the adult that went back to school? He was one of the friends. That wasn't Chris Farley. And Chris Farley wasn't even his friend. He was the bus driver.
No.
If you saw his face, you'd know who he is.
Sure.
Because he's always on down here. Like, I watch anything with Norm Macdonald, I'll put on. It's like, that man's a national treasure.
Cool.
He's the guy who makes a
Amazing.
joke, and if you don't laugh, he just stares at you. And then you laugh because you fear for your life.
That's right. You fear for your
That's how
life.
comedy's done right.
Exactly. The new James Bond 007 game might be third person, per a job listing.
They're still making Bond games?
I feel like it's been a while,
Yeah.
unless
They
I
make
just
a
missed
Spectre
them.
one?
But like,
Because it's literally the only movie I've ever seen.
We don't know a lot about the IO Interactive James Bond game project 007, but the new game job listing says that it might be a third-person action, as the job listing calls for an AI programmer to join the project, and one of the bullet points states, experience work with 3D person action games is desirable. So people are speculating.
Another remaster of GoldenEye. This time with Sean Connery.
Could be. Could not be. Yeah, who the hell knows? PUBG.
That's still playing.
I doubt it.
So PUBG's following suit with like every other fucking game out there. And they're getting an animated series.
How?
I'll probably watch it.
Why?
Why?
It'd
What the
probably be
hell's the
interesting.
lore behind
I
that?
don't know. That's why I watch it. I guess you got kidnapped and then you have to fight for your life on an island. I don't know.
It's called The Condemned with Stone Cold Steve Austin,
Yeah.
or Battle Royale with a bunch of Japanese.
I was
Whichever
gonna
one you want.
say I was trying to remember the Japanese one because I think we watched that here. That was
Yeah.
fucking
Oh my god,
amazing.
we,
Yeah,
yeah,
that
we
was
used to watch it
amazing.
all the time.
Yeah,
I have the
yeah.
series up there. Apparently, there's sequels.
So apparently it's under development under Castlevania's Anna Shankar.
I think you were close the second time.
Because it's S-H-A...
Shenkar.
Shankar. Yeah.
Shankar.
I don't know who she is.
So it's going to be a... so after he basically brought Castlevania to Netflix, which again was another port, I guess you would say, from a video game to...
Well, that one makes sense. There's lore behind Castlevania.
Yeah. So he's doing that, and...
PUBG, though?
Well, I'm just saying, Netflix is going down this path because they just did Dota as well. So they re-upped
I don't
Dota
get that
for a
one
second season. Anyway,
So what we need is to get a script together, send it to Netflix, because obviously they'll take anything.
I was going to say, at this
Keep saying
point,
it,
video
but-
games is like, yeah, I mean, they're...
Here's
No,
Alex the Kid, and it's 12 episodes of Rock, Paper, Scissors.
This probably will get people to... Like, you got gamers and stuff, like, that's going to be a pretty easy selling point. You might only get a season or two, but... Netflix will get the bang for their buck out of it. Let's put it that way.
We're gonna.
You're only going to get a season or two, even if you're good.
All right, hear me out. We partner with Mojang. We're gonna make a Minecraft TV series.
They already have one.
They have one.
Do they? What?
Yeah.
It's the interactive one on Netflix, where you can actually make decisions with Patton Oswalt's the voice.
Sort of like a game.
Yeah.
What?
It's sort of even like
It's the Telltale series.
the A word here that we
I'm
can't
out.
say because then she's just gonna fuck you over. But yeah, sort of
You
like
don't
the
talk
D&D
to
thing.
it. Well, you could use your remote.
Well, I don't want to say her name, but
Yeah.
like you could do the D&D with her and she'll prompt
The
you.
Echo device.
Yeah, it'll prompt you and then it gives you story or whatever. But yeah. Another thing which I didn't realize was a thing.
It's so sad in the picture.
Yeah, Pokemon. yeah, way back there. Pokemon Unite is now apparently available to preload on your Switch.
What is Pokemon Unite?
No, I think it's gonna be the new. It's gonna be the what's called. I'm pretty sure the one I want to play. The only
Oh, the
thing
MOBA?
I want to actually play.
The
with them.
MOBA.
Yeah, the MOBA. It's gonna unlock July 21st. So it's
Tomorrow!
Tomorrow. So you can preload it if you pre-purchased it. So good luck.
So wait, but it actually comes out tomorrow?
It's not tomorrow. So I was actually interested. I didn't realize they were doing that.
Hear that,
There's
Jess? Pre-order it.
a lot of like Xbox
She's
and
gonna
stuff
do it, and I'll
allows
find it
it,
as a joke.
but not. I've never heard Nintendo doing it because it's fucking Nintendo. Tomorrow, but it is what it is, and that's pretty much all I got.
Like tomorrow as in like midnight for us, or tomorrow as in 3 a.m. because specific people get special treatment?
Normally it's a midnight thing on a Wednesday.
A midnight thing on the East Coast or the West Coast?
I always went
Australian
midnight
coast.
to the mall, so I would say East Coast, but yeah,
She's half-ass listening as she's building roller coasters upstairs.
Yeah. Roller coasters.
It's probably better for my wallet. If she did hear it and go, yep, pre-ordered it, Chris, all good.
Yeah.
And then I get it and go, what the fuck is this thing?
What did I just order?
It's not the MOBA he's looking for.
Yeah, exactly.
You got Pokemon
It's-
Snap
it's
Unite.
just like, no, you can take your Pokemon Go Pokemon, put it here, and then put your Pokemon Let's Go Pokemon here, and they kiss.
And then they
Mothers
die
are
and you don't
death,
get them back.
Don't get them back. They're just stuck in United. Hey. That C better not be the pre-order hit.
It's already in. It hit. That's all I got.
All right, I know we ran a little bit late with stories tonight, which is shocking for a show that had nothing prepared.
No, we killed. I mean,
I killed a lot of
entertained
Yeah.
the first. Well, first we had 10 minutes of technical difficulties. I mean, it went smooth,
That's
and we
true.
opened the show. And then we talked
that's
until
fun.
8:30
About Black
About-
Widow.
Well,
About the box office. Not
about
really
the box
Black
office.
Widow,
Yeah,
per se.
like
And Space Jam.
and then I didn't realize my list thing was actually gonna take as long as it did.
Oh, and we talked about dick ships.
dick
Dicky
ships.
ships.
Hashtag
Dicky
dick
ships.
ships.
Yo,
Make the shirt,
who
Jared.
does
Make
not
the shirt.
like dick ships, yo?
Did we already do some of the 2010s trivia?
I think so. I just put everything over there.
Well, no, I only say that because, like, when I do them, this is the thing I forget to yell at Cheever.
Yeah.
When I do them, I turn the cards that we've done
Upside down.
inward, yeah. So that's why I'm assuming we must have, because some
I
cards
think
are
you
facing
did
the
it
wrong way.
through a couple decades the last time we did it.
Yeah.
To kind of spice it up.
And then I failed miserably.
I think you kept par with 2010s. I think once we dipped into the 80s, you got a little lost.
Yeah.
Well,
I got lost.
we'll start with some 2010s. I mean, I don't know how long we'll run. Not that it probably really matters. But at the same time.
Tomorrow. Yeah, till midnight. We got this.
I mean, either we could. I
East
don't know.
Coast midnight or West Coast midnight?
West Coast.
Australia.
This week's trivia is brought to you by Forest Fires.
Woohoo! Yeah, the one
I
in
didn't. I
Oregon,
heard you sit down,
apparently.
so like I thought you sit down like a tree on fire. So I didn't know what happened. So I was looking
Forest
down
fires
typing.
In Oregon are getting pretty bad.
They're
saying that
creating their own weather.
Yeah, their own weather. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
Wait, is that
Forest
why we
fires.
have a? Is that why we have a air advisory? I don't know how
It's
geography and winds
probably
work.
Fucking Philadelphia making a lot of pollution.
There's that.
They went back to work.
Oregon's fighting global warming by just creating their own weather. So.
That's right. Yeah, that's
Oh.
how they do it, man. That's how they do it.
Like, fuck you, nature. You want to be 100 degrees? Light the trees on fire.
Yeah, you know what? As I'm lighting those trees on fire, I'm gonna give you a little bit of wind to go light those trees on fire.
Yeah.
Fuck you. What's it? Idaho? Idaho.
Yeah. Idaho.
You want to be a part of Oregon? Here's your initiation. Fuck you.
Woo!
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
I like how I attempt to sometimes call back to episodes we've talked about.
Exactly.
Like the Idaho conversation was here before.
Yeah. Well, they voted it through, and now I don't even know what the fuck's gonna happen.
It's probably just gonna fail when Idaho goes, shut up.
Shut up.
Like we understand you're griping, but like
Yeah.
you're not really changing shit. So
Okay.
Interesting.
Are you
just
guys?
want weed.
I feel like something else happened there, but yeah.
You guys ready for?
Yeah, I'm
trivia?
ready. I'm ready. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Which NBA player won the most regular season MVP awards in 2010? Again, all these have multiple choice.
Wait, was he around then? Oh goddamn! I'm caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't know how long he's been around. If you
I-
put LeBron, that's what I put originally.
No, I put Jordan.
That's way past his prime.
That is way.
I thought you said all time.
2010.
Okay, you need to learn. Open your ears.
I'm gonna stick with LeBron, but my other choice would have been Kobe.
Which NBA player? I'm just gonna reread it for Gibby's sake, though. Which NBA player won the most regular season MVP awards in the 2010s?
So 2010 to 2020, or 2019.
Oh.
I don't think it matters. It's still LeBron.
Yes, and it is yes,
I would have went.
He's got a Space Jam movie now.
and it is
I would've went
LeBron.
Kobe.
Well, Kobe might have been earlier.
Yeah.
Like I
Uh,
forget how 2010 feels like a while away, but at the same time, it's actually pretty close.
it was forever ago. The choices would have been James Harden, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and Steph Curry.
See, I might have got tied up with Steph Curry. Like Steph Curry had a good run towards, I guess, the end of the 2020s
Yeah,
or
'cause
2010s.
Didn't Golden State like
I
win
would
a
have
couple
won
times
that
and shit?
because I only knew one name out of the entire list.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Again, technically these are all multiple choice, but I like it better if you guys.
Never in a million years.
I like it better if you guys don't have the multiple choice.
I don't know basketball. I'm sorry.
I don't either.
I just don't trust the process. I still don't exactly understand what it means.
I know Ben Simmons' name, but not for the right
we
reason.
trust the. Yeah, I don't understand that either. Apparently sucks, but he's an all-star. Like, how do you suck? I don't.
Somehow
I
they
don't
got a ballerina on their team that doesn't take the
Yeah.
shot when they're supposed to take shots. That's all I know.
I was gonna say that's the problem is that he's a quote unquote all star that didn't play like one. That's all.
Yeah, I'm beyond confused.
He
on that
played
one,
like
but
a
yeah.
ballerina and just tiptoed away from the baskets.
All right,
Alright.
let's see if you remember internet. A photo of what item had people arguing about its color. This was
Oh.
probably like the OG one because I know we've had more that came
It's been
through.
we've done it on the show.
I'm assuming it's the dress, right?
It is the
Black or
dress.
blue?
It is the dress. The choices were
White and gold!
White and gold.
flag, sock, hat, dress.
No, it's definitely black and blue. I don't know what the fuck people are saying.
What the fuck? It was white and gold.
I'm not doing this again!
Since you both got it, I'm not tracking the point. It's a wash.
It's fine.
Yeah. I was gonna say like first to 10 was what I said in my head, but I don't know if that'll work if you both keep getting them right. But whatever. The creators of South Park made their Broadway debut with what musical? See, I like it when I know these, so I don't even have to look at the answer.
I might have spelled it wrong.
I mean,
but
Yeah.
the Book of Mormon.
It is the Book of Mormon. But the choices were SpongeBob SquarePants, Hamilton, the Book of Mormon, and Waitress.
Would you have gotten Book of Mormon with those?
I would probably went with the first one.
SpongeBob?
I mean, I don't know fucking... I'm just gonna shut up.
Okay, this one, most likely I'll have to give you the choices, but I'll see if you know it.
Alright.
What political figure does not appear in the musical Hamilton?
What was that? What
See, that's
musical
I've never
figure?
seen him.
That's why which political figure does not appear in the musical Hamilton?
This is just gonna be a guess.
I'm assuming you need choices.
This is a guess.
Well, I mean, that's true.
And that's also why I'm assuming you need choices.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because you could go...
George Washington?
It is not, but that does help you with the choices, because the choices are George Washington, John Adams, James Madison, and Thomas Jefferson.
Madison.
Or Jefferson, I guess.
I'm gonna go with
Madison.
Thomas Jefferson.
Wow, you guys ignored John Adams. And so did Hamilton.
Yeah.
So no points for
Was
you.
John Adams like the second guy? Because isn't there two Adams?
Yeah, there's John Adams and then John Quincy Adams, which I
Yeah.
think is his son or nephew.
Something like that.
You would
or-
think we'd know history better.
We'll go with that.
Nobody cares about those guys. Apparently their laws were bad anyway.
Well, we're trying to. I think we're still canceling. They're still part of cancel, right? Because they probably still had slaves.
They all had
so,
slaves.
Yeah.
They're all canceled.
So we don't have to start carrying until like
Yeah.
Lincoln, and I think we canceled Lincoln too. So
Canceled, yeah. He didn't do enough for this.
yeah. So I don't know. I don't even know where we start. I don't.
I think you get Obama, and then we're still waiting to see the next one we can appreciate.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe JFK, but he was a womanizer, so I don't know.
no, I'm pretty sure JFK was canceled.
Yeah, and FDR maybe? He feels like a racist, but, you know...
Actually, I think oddly enough, FDR was canceled by the Republicans.
Oh, that's right. So, Teddy. Everybody loves Teddy.
Teddy!
Because Robin Williams portrayed him in Night at the Museum.
Because I don't know where I wandered into it somewhere. I think it was like a meme or something with FDR.
Did you get a package today?
Did I know what?
Okay, never mind.
I think
Not yet. Not yet, apparently.
I think it was like a meme of FDR, and then all of a sudden looking in the comments, and I assume they're Republicans. I know I probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
There was enough Confederate flag,
He
but
totally would have been a Republican in this day and age.
it ripped into how bad of a president he really was, according to them. I have no idea. I wasn't
So
alive.
bad he got 4 terms.
Yeah. Anyway,
I feel like he would have been Republican in this day.
It was sort of the same thing with Lincoln. Lincoln said he wasn't giving up the presidency.
Yeah, they all did.
Because,
Well,
no, they're in the middle of a war. And it makes sense. When you're in the middle of a war, you don't want to switch your commander-in-chief.
yeah.
It makes sense, and they also didn't have a rule that said you couldn't.
At that time, yeah.
Not until FDR.
Yeah, like, because it's already been uncovered. Like, basically, they said that Lincoln had things already set in place that even if he lost, he was not transitioning power.
Oh, he was gonna pull a.
Until after the war.
Oh, until after the war. Well, again, I guess I get it. Wasn't there actually?
I don't understand.
We're going down a weird.
My whole thing with that is so you have an election, but half the country
They weren't part of the country at that
they're
point.
not even going to vote.
They don't
so
get a say. They're all felons.
It's just so fucking weird.
No,
at
but there
that
were
point.
still people in the South that would. There were still like North sympathizers, people that from the South that didn't want to separate. They'd still vote. I don't.
Well,
Look, we'll save
how?
this for Dace Man Show
How?
presents history.
How? You have to send
Not so
representatives.
drunk history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes no sense to me.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, the post office. There's still shit that probably ran. It wasn't.
Well, you do the vote, and then you would then send a delegate in.
You-
Is how it was, and that's the whole point of the electoral college. The state would
Doesn't
never.
matter.
The southern states would never send
Look.
somebody. Is the problem?
Okay, I haven't looked up on like Civil War voting thing in a
No,
minute.
that's the whole reason why the electoral college.
Somebody
exists.
called Ken Burns.
Like that's the whole point
Not
of
the one
it.
you think.
No, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is I can't bring up it. Anyway, what TV musical from? I said that wrong. Let me. Which TV musical was broadcast live from New York City? Would you like choices?
Yeah.
When 2000 what? This is the 2010.
In the 2010s.
Hold on.
I mean, that's fair. I will allow guesses if you happen to nail it before Mama. What the? High School Musical.
High School Musical. Didn't they do that in the 2010s?
I mean, yes, but you're not even on the same wavelength of these. Anyway,
Oh, fuck.
choices
So
are
It's like legit Broadway shit.
the sh-
I don't do
the
Broadway.
Sound
Fox
of
has been
Music,
doing a bunch of them.
Sound of Music, Hairspray, Peter Pan, or Jesus Christ Superstar.
That's one of the first two.
Yeah, I'm going with Hairspray.
Would you like to go with the Sound of Music?
That's what I was gonna like.
Look,
Or- or
yeah,
no,
I'm
it's
gonna
not
save you.
easy.
I'm gonna save you the hassle. It's Jesus Christ Superstar.
It is?
Yeah.
What the
So
fuck?
I'm gonna. I don't know where Fox broadcasted their shit from, but
Yeah.
Fox broadcasted Hairspray, Rocky Horror.
Hairspray I knew because I knew that was one. I knew Rocky Horror because I seen that one. That was
Yeah.
actually pretty good. I won't
That
lie.
was okay. Not a fan of Adam Lambert being Meatloaf.
Mamma Mia, I think they did as well.
Yeah, they did Mamma Mia's too. That's why it was a little.
Yeah.
I don't.
They might
Again,
have all been in L.A.
I
so
can't fact check the. I mean, I could fact check the cards. I'm not fact checking the cards.
That's fine.
I don't blame you.
Again, take it up with.
Well, my problem is I'm pretty sure what's called.
Well, they're made in China,
I
so
think
there's
they were
that.
after 2010 is the problem.
Take it up
It's
with.
between 00 and
No, it's 2010 to 2019. Right? These
Oh.
are 2010s.
Correct.
This is 2000s.
Correct. This is
Okay.
2010,
So
so
never
it's
mind. So yeah, they would have been in there.
All
the
of
most
them would've been
recent
in it, yeah.
decade.
But they might have all been done in L.A.
Well, take it up with RMS International.
No, it's it could be
Parentheses,
right. It could
USA.
be.
I have a feeling they're all done in L.A. because
Yeah.
they did an East Coast and a West Coast broadcast.
Which show was not part of the decade's vampire trend?
So this is the 2000. Hold on, this is
20?
2010.
He's gonna give us-
2019.
Yeah, give or take.
Yeah.
Okay.
You like writing out a scale in your head?
I know. I wrote it down because yes,
He
I
needs
might
to
get
know.
this one.
If you
Okay.
don't say Blade, he was writing Blade.
That's right.
All right. The choices are
Blade. I'm sorry.
The Vampire Diaries,
What the fuck is that?
a TV show about vampires. Maybe in the 2010s, maybe not. I don't know. You got to tell me. True Blood, Bloodline. You don't know what True Blood is either?
I'm done. All right. I'm
Okay.
That
gonna
was
say.
more werewolves, but I guess I was off.
All right.
True Blood had
Both?
both. It was more heavier on the.
At this
Vampires.
point, I'm doing A, B, C,
Okay,
D.
so Vampire Diaries, True Blood, Bloodline, or Being Human. Being Human, not being human. Being human.
I don't know any of them. I'm gonna go with
C.
D. I'm gonna go with D.
The answer was indeed Bloodline. C.
Fuck.
I actually didn't know what Being Human was, but Vampire
Sci-fi
Diaries
show,
was
I think.
Vampire Diaries was on right before Supernatural, so I knew about that stupid show.
I might be off on this, and I might have the wrong title and the wrong vision of the show in my head, but I believe it was 3 people living in a house. One was a ghost, one was a vampire, one was a werewolf.
Was it a sitcom?
No.
Because that sounds like a sitcom.
It was a sci-fi drama thing.
It
Never
sounds
heard
like
of it.
they got to reboot that as a sitcom.
I mean, that's fine.
I mean, just bring it up there with What We Do in the Dark or in the
right.
shadows.
That's
Which is
right.
coming back in September.
Woo!
I still never finished watching the series because of the Hulu kept freezing on one episode and I gave up on it.
That's fair. I would have too. But
Like in
Goddamn
hardcore,
Hulu.
there was one episode. It froze at a certain part, and I literally could not get. Like if I tried to fast forward, it would hit that part and freeze.
Huh.
So I don't know what packet loss bullshit happened, but
they came out. You watched American Horror, right? Or at least a couple of them.
yeah.
So they came out with the anthology series where each episode is supposed to be a different story.
Yeah.
Of course, the first 2 episodes are about Murder House.
Murder House.
So I don't know how original they're really being.
That's right.
If your first 2 episodes of like an 8-episode run is Murder House again.
I don't know how Gibby's gonna get points here, but who invented the floss dance? Floss dance. Who invented the floss dance? The choices are.
I know it's the kid.
The choices are. Do you want choices?
Yeah, because mine's not right.
Oh. Was it Backpack Kid,
What?
Fortnite,
Oh.
The Biebs, or Jake Paul?
Backpack kid.
I
Right.
I don't know how
What?
that you knew a thing.
Well, it's what's it called the kid. It was a Fortnite.
Yeah, I like how your justification for it is acting like everybody knows this.
Wait,
fucking
so
thing.
that
it was
one
a
I seen.
Fortnite contestant, so it was created on Fortnite servers?
So this is the whole
So
thing
it's
with the
Fortnite
whole.
property?
So they went into lawsuits about this, and I don't know where.
I remember the lawsuit
I
for
don't know where it
Turk
landed.
dance from Scrubs, and they lost.
And then
Because
Carlton also sued.
yeah,
him
he
because
lost
of
too.
Carlton dance. But
Carlton
yes,
lost?
He
they all lost.
he didn't even win.
How?
He didn't even win the contest.
Are they saying that you can't like copyright a dance?
Pretty much.
That's basically what they're saying. Yeah.
I feel like the Carlton you definitely could.
But the kid's parents actually were the ones that sued.
The
Fortnite.
reason I think the reason they got him on the Carlton is because he took part of He said in an interview he said he took part of Courtney Cox's dance from the Bruce Springsteen video and mixed it with something else, and that's how we got the Carlton.
Yeah.
So therefore he stole it originally.
But no, he combined 2 different things. I would start making arguments that, all right, you can't copyright a computer because you took parts from other things.
I agree, but at the same time, because I mean, Turk's dance from Scrubs was completely off the cuff.
Yeah.
And he didn't win.
The problem is you're trying to...
Lawyer up.
Bill Lawrence said, I didn't win. You did it on my show. That's my dance.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that was part of a contest. He didn't even win first place, but a big uproar happened because everyone wanted him to win.
Okay.
It was a YouTube video sensation.
Of course, he got the child question right.
Yeah. Sorry.
You know, I try to stay away from making that connection.
His parents actually sued because they said that, because again, in the non-disclosure or whatever, they said that basically if they choose you, blah, 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 you don't have rights to or whatever.
Yeah, if you do it on our stage.
But the parents were arguing where he didn't win the contest, so therefore you don't own it, basically.
Yeah.
That was the whole legal premise behind it. I actually have no idea. It wouldn't surprise me if they just paid him out just to get him.
I know the two Hollywood guys didn't win.
Well,
Turk bitches about it all the time on his podcast.
I would too. That's why I'm on team.
I feel like he has more of a claim than the Carlton. Like, if Carlton didn't go out and do that interview and say that he took it from Courtney Cox, like, I don't think I would have sided with him more.
I'm still saying, like, how many things in the world are amalgamations of the combining thing? You take something that exists.
Like, just look at music for fucking crying out loud.
But you're saying that at the same time as Fortnite's trying to integrate it into their game to make a virtual dance. Yeah. So if you're going to use the argument against him that, hey, we're just paying homage to you, or we're using you as inspiration, and then he said the same thing about Courtney Cox.
Well, I don't... Wait, so maybe... Well, I don't... Okay. The Courtney Cox... How was her dance like that exact dance?
She was like this on stage with Bruce Springsteen, and he just kind of started throwing the legs and snapping. So he did like a small variation of it.
Okay, see, that was more of a clarification I needed to get out of it, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. So he more or less straight up...
Well, for
he
him...
screwed himself by saying in the interview that he took it from somewhere else.
Yeah.
If he had never done that interview, he probably had a case.
Even though still in a lot of circumstances...
The fact that it was put on TV, I think that they lose...
Well, actually...
With anything, Warner Brothers should have been...
I was just going to say... It's
but they
more,
probably own Fortnite.
I was going to say, I think there is a certain thing to... I mean, I'd have to look up... I haven't, like, checked out copyright laws in a long time. But there's also a certain to, like... You may have done it first, but if somebody else did it and got, like, made it famous, they have more of a right to it if nobody, like, actually copyrighted it. Because it's like, you've done more for it type of deal.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's try to get points, unless we're here till 10 o'clock. What quote from Dr. Phil spawned a meme? You want me to read these options?
Hold on.
I need them.
I really want to screw up this first one, because that's going to be fun.
I wasn't a Dr. Phil fan.
You're not the father?
That's
No.
Maury.
Oh, man. Isn't that the
Okay,
same
so
fucking thing?
I'm going to screw this up so bad. The first one is the... that's
Cardi
pretty
B.
good, man. Hey,
I
I like
extra
that one.
points for naming who these are from.
I've never done that one out loud. The Feels, Cash Me Outside, or Two Turn.
So it's Cash Me Outside. So it wasn't Dr. Phil that made it famous. It was on the Dr. Phil show that made it famous.
Yeah, what quote from Dr. Phil? I guess the show. It doesn't. It just
See,
says
that's
Dr.
a
Phil.
bullshit because the phrasing of that question makes it sound like Dr. Phil said it.
Yeah, I would have enjoyed if Dr. Phil occurred.
It's the Cash Me Outside girl.
Yeah.
Bad Bobby, or whatever the fuck her name is actually a rapper now and
did-
getting awards.
Did Gibby? I'm assuming Gibby didn't know that one.
I should know. I'm not even close.
All right, who has appeared in the most Marvel Cinematic Universe movies?
Okay, now this is going to be up for debate. What movie did they stop at?
I'm going to go with, like the actor? Or can I just say the character?
I don't know. This is copyrighted in 2020, so probably as of 2019.
They were equal.
I was going to say Stark.
See,
They were equal.
they're both
I don't
choices
remember.
on the
I can't
card,
remember what the
obviously.
name of it
equal.
was.
But
I was debating.
Because
I
if you
was
sit there,
going between.
like if you look at everyone that they did, they're equal.
I was actually going between Stark and what's his name?
Captain America.
No,
Thor is going to take
the
it.
black guy.
Nick Fury.
Nick Fury.
No, he went
His
low
is more
key.
cameos. But
But he went low key.
Because I thought, well, no, wait a minute.
probably
no,
Robert Downey Jr.
No.
Stan Lee.
Stan Lee. Has to be Stan Lee. He was in every one of them up until the point he died.
Yeah, that's true.
Wait, what was the question again?
What are the options?
What was the question again? Hold on. What was
They
the
said
question?
actor, not comic book.
It says
is he an
who
actor
has
if he shows up
appeared.
in it?
Who has appeared in the most MCU movies?
I'm going
Stan
Stan Lee. I'm going with Stan Lee. It has to be.
He's unfortunately not an option.
Then it's Robert Downey Jr.
The choices are RDJ, ScarJo, Chris Evans, and Gwyneth Paltrow.
I was gonna,
It's
out of
a
those, I would go.
Legitimate
RDJ.
tie between Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans.
Well, according to this card, it's Chris Evans.
How?
Here, I'll set. You want to take it out with RMS
I
International?
I do.
I'd have been screwed there.
What movie
But
released?
Stan Lee had to be number one. He is in every one.
Take it up with RMS International. What movie released in 2014 took 12 years to film?
I'm sorry, I was figuring out the
yeah.
other one. I'm still stuck on the other thing. What was the question?
What movie released in 2014 took 12 years to film?
Uh,
Was it 12 Years a Slave,
No,
Boyhood,
that one.
The Irishman, or Roma?
Boyhood. It's Boyhood.
What the fuck is Boyhood?
It actually followed the life of a boy.
There we go.
Are you
I'm
fucking
surprised Gibby didn't know that.
kidding me? That's a fucking movie.
The 2010 movie, The Social Network, was about the founding of what?
That's easy.
Twitter.
Facebook.
Twitter.
Mark Zuckerberg.
I wanted him to second guess it.
Zuckerberg. And that was done by what's his name from That 70s Show. Right?
Topher Grace?
No,
the lead
he
guy.
played Steve Jobs.
Oh, he did Jobs.
And that was Ashton Kutcher, not the lead guy.
Oh no, I know. I'm not saying the lead guy. It's you know.
Social
He's
Network
actually-
had
he's actually supposed to go up
Justin
into,
Timberlake and Jesse Eisenberg.
You're supposed to go up in the dick ship.
Fun fact, Jesse Eisenberg's sister
Hot?
is a Pepsi girl.
Oh. Hot?
Pepsi.
She was cute as a kid.
Oh.
She's now an
Oh,
adult.
that Pepsi girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's his sister.
Really?
Yeah.
What month did the royal wedding of William and Kate take place?
Nobody cares, the British.
May, June, April, August.
Nobody cares.
Let
Sean.
me write mine.
Nobody
It is-
cares. I'll
It
take
is-
the L.
yours-
I don't care.
well, you didn't get the L because it was April.
Damn it! I knew it was early. I knew
But
it
you
was.
were
Nobody
close.
cares.
Fuck
What,
you.
what company opened the first cashier-less store in 2018? I mean, this should even just be worth an educated guess.
Oh my god! It's the grocery store, the fucking high-end grocery store.
Yeah.
Amazon owns it, yes, but it's
That-
not Amazon. It's the grocery store owned by them.
Wegmans?
I get
they
what
don't
Gibby's
own
saying.
What Whole Foods? Thank you, Whole Foods.
But the answer on here is Amazon.
Well, they own
No, I understand.
them, but that wasn't. And it was in San Francisco.
Take this up with RMS International, but I didn't give Dace the point on it because you're technically.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Unfortunately, right.
'Cause Amazon doesn't technically have a store. They have warehouses. They don't actually have physical.
So is
stores.
Plus, but you know.
Unless the name of the actual grocery, whatever.
Whole Foods.
Kanye West's
It's Whole Foods.
Kanye. His album in 2016 was called "The Life of Blank." Was it "The Life of Jesus"?
Oh, come on, I was right, Nick!
Life of Pablo, Life of Donda, or The Life of Saint?
I did.
It's
Yeah,
Jesus.
It's Jesus.
It's not, it's
when you
Pablo.
gave it to me
What?
like that, I know. What? It's not Jesus?
It's not. It's Pablo.
Well, that's some
That's
shit.
his fucking Okay.
Yeah?
Take it up with RMS International.
I put down Life of Pi first just because I thought it was the cartoon.
What animal
It's
predicted?
moving.
What animal predicted the FIFA World Cup winner in 2010?
What animal?
Yep. Was it an octopus, a chimpanzee, a dolphin, or a squirrel?
I'm going with dolphin.
You know, an octopus.
And I did that prior to telling
Was an octopus.
Was it really?
It was.
Was it dolphin then that must do the NFL then?
You know what I'm starting to
Fantasy
learn?
did a Simpsons episode.
I don't understand why it's fucking
Family
marine
Guy
animals
episodes.
that do, but yeah.
Family Guy episodes. That's South Park.
Sorry.
What I'm really learning here is what I should do. I'm not going to do it, so don't get any ideas. What I should do is like take these cards home, figure out which ones I'm going to read, and find out like backstory to it, because I feel like that would be helpful. Like then I'd have explanations and a little learning lesson.
The dolphin, I know, because I guess the dolphin had to be Super Bowl then, and he was correct like 14, like 15 times, and he would hit the ball
Yeah,
towards the right,
that vaguely sounds familiar.
right area or whatever. Yeah.
Hopefully
That's why I
you
thought
both
dolphin. I'm sorry.
you both should know this, I guess. Who played Belle in Disney's live-action Beauty and the Beast?
No idea.
Really?
Emma Watson.
I was gonna say I know Dace knows it.
So,
Emma Watson.
back to that question with the MCU.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Well,
The correct answer up until 2020 is Nick Fury.
That's actually what I said.
That card probably was made before Spider-Man Far From Home, but that made Nick Fury take the lead.
But wait, so if it was made before that, then
It was Tony Stark and Chris Evans were tied with 10.
Well, so would Nick Fury would have been still tied then, because he took the lead. So they were all 3 tied.
Yeah. I would debate Nick Fury.
Look, I set the card aside, alright? You can...
Okay, you know what? That's fair.
You can...
Yeah, Nick Fury would have been tied for 10, only because I forgot he was in the post-credit scene of Infinity War, if you want to give him credit for that.
That's the problem. You have to give him credit for all of them.
And he was at the funeral scene for Endgame, and then he was in Far From Home. Post-credit scene again, because technically the other one's a scroll.
But again, I was just gonna say, because I guess that was my.
Yeah, but it was actor. They were going with actors.
Actors, it would have been Sam Jackson. Sam Jackson currently holds the lead.
So how many is that for him?
It'll be 11. Was it Spider-Man?
11. Okay, now how many is Stan Lee in?
Technically, he's not. Well, he would be in 21.
Thank you. He's number 1.
He wasn't technically in Spider-Man Far From Home. It was just a picture, because he was dead.
He was dead. But clearly that was. I'm gonna go there.
Which rapper launched the streaming service Tidal in 2013?
Streaming service?
Yeah. Was it
what
M?
Was it again? Repeat the question.
Which rapper launched the
rapper?
Which rapper launched streaming service Tidal in 2013? Was it Eminem, Luda, Jay-Z, or Kanye?
I'm gonna go with the mogul.
I'm gonna go with Eminem, just because it sounds like something he would do.
I put Jay-Z.
It's Jay-Z.
Really?
He's the guy who gets his hands in everything.
He does.
Music anymore.
That's yeah.
I assumed TV.
All right, I don't know how in the world Gibby could ever come back from this. Dace is 2 points away from winning. What?
Completely for you.
Well, this is gonna be fun. What country act topped the charts with the 2013 remix featuring Nelly? That's why I almost feel like you may know it just because it had Nelly with it.
What was it again?
He was who was the band he did it with?
What country act topped the charts with
Florida,
a 2013 remix featuring Nelly?
What the fuck is that?
It's Florida Georgia Line.
It is.
Who the fuck knows that?
Me.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Go out once in a while.
Jesus Christ.
I just figured he knew Nelly. That's where it came in.
I dated someone who liked Florida Georgia Line.
They're not like the word. They're not as like.
But country's not country anymore.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, they're not terrible because it's not like country twangy, but I still wouldn't listen to them.
Alicia loves them. My ex loves them.
It's a girl thing.
Yeah, and I think I even had the song on my old playlist at one point because it wasn't a bad song.
Who did not get told "Thank You Next" by Ariana Grande?
I can tell you who did.
Was it Big Sean, Post Malone, Pete Davidson, or Mac Miller?
So,
who did not get nexted?
I'm gonna go Post Malone.
I'm gonna go with Mac Miller. What he did?
Yeah, but they still dated. I think it's Post Malone.
Okay.
Post Malone came out.
I didn't know that was like when he died. Like that's a pretty fucked up thing to say. Thank you next to a guy who's dead.
I mean, true.
I definitely knew it was
point.
about Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
That's been like the center of his stand-up comedy since. Yeah. You break up with a girl and then you just have to hear that really catchy fucking song the whole time.
Which celebrity did not make a cameo on The Big Bang Theory?
I'm gonna need
William Shatner, Nicole Kidman, Octavia Spencer, or Buzz Aldrin?
I'm gonna go with B. No.
That's the one I went with.
For the win.
It's either B or C.
Potentially. Well,
I'm gonna go with C since he went with B.
Good. That way Dace can win and the show's over.
Fuck!
Thank you for tuning in. This has been our Dace Man Show. Before we get going, I'm going to go around the horn and see what everybody's up to on a personal level. Gibby, what you got going on?
Streaming. I had to tear down the Millennium Falcon. Life
What?
sucks.
I could have been a whole show about this. What?
What?
You got to turn the tears.
What did you do?
Fuck my life.
Okay. Frank, besides being there to watch him tear it down, what do you got going on?
I don't know. I don't know anymore. Evidently, I have a lot more Minecraft maybe coming ahead.
That's been a month of fucking work, man.
I know, but I have proportion issues, and I had to have Dan come over and try and assist me, and we come to the realization that what I was doing was this, like, all my things are right, but I should have did half slabs. The problem is I don't have fucking half slabs. It should have been half slabs, not full blocks. So
But you
therefore,
can't slab terracotta.
That's the fucking problem.
So wait, you're going to tear it down and not do terracotta?
Yeah. So I think we're making out of andesite now.
Shit. I just
Andesite's
used
blue.
andesite to brick my entire fucking village.
So I'm gonna drink, and
Andesite's
I was
blue.
upset. So
Why wouldn't you use dorite?
Or just stone?
Or stone.
At this
stone,
point.
Stone will work.
that was the other thing. I was
There's
going
plenty of
back.
stone.
I was going back and forth between stone. Dan wants to do andesite.
We have so...
I'm
I have
tired of dealing with Dan complaining about it being pink.
7 double chests...
Yeah.
I have eight double chests of
So-
stone right now,
Let's do stone then.
and I'm
maybe
only on
we'll-
level 40 going down to bedrock.
I was gonna say I got 6 full double chests of stone in my
We
place
got
because
stone.
we tore down that
Alright,
fucking
well,
mountain.
we'll have a discussion on it. I hate my life.
We just did. Executive decision. I'll reset the room.
I hate my
Copy it
life.
first and give it to me, please.
And we're also, because me and Dan were also looking at, we also think we need to make it bigger.
Okay.
Because
So I'm done with
we don't
Minecraft.
think there's anywhere near enough space for all your shit.
Yeah, I don't know how you. I saw that and said I don't know how you're gonna do a museum inside.
Yeah,
It's a cool little like entrance thing.
Yeah.
Look, to be honest, I had 2 options. One, it was I'm going to just see what I can fit. Or 2, we have a Millennium Falcon now and we're building a museum somewhere else. One of the 2
I
things
assumed
is
it was
gonna
gonna be that.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
big ass hole they're building. That's gonna be the museum
Yeah.
that goes down.
So, I mean, that's basically me and Dan were actually talking about it as well. Hey, if you want to do that, that's fine. We'll just make the Millennium Falcon, put it there.
Well,
We
no,
can
I
build
mean-
something else elsewhere. But yeah, because
yeah.
we were looking at it,
You gonna make TIE fighters in the sky coming after
and
it?
I mean, well, I actually wanted to build, which was problematic because you're kind of really close there. But I wanted to actually build the.
Nobody told you to build next to me.
Well, that's where they wanted to put it. But I
That's
actually
cool,
kind of
museum.
wanted to put it the
Not a battle?
in episode 4 that the
The asteroid.
no
No,
like
4?
the
Tatooine.
the landing thing that it's parked in originally.
In Tatooine.
Well, it's Tatooine. It's also in
You can make
Mando
Jabba?
series.
You can make Jabba the Hutt there.
Yeah, I actually saw blueprints on the Jabba castle that I kind of wanted to build using sandstone. But anyway.
You do you, boo.
Yeah, but I was actually thinking doing that, and then you could also use like but
So stay
Wow.
tuned. We have a lot of Minecraft.
yeah. So
Coming up.
we have to
What
figure out
happens
what
when you
we're
fuck
doing,
up
yeah.
after a month's worth of work?
Yeah.
Frank, what do you got going on? That?
That, I guess, as I keep rumoring, like, I would like to stream. I just haven't figured out the way to do it because, well, if you all were here and remembered, I said I was going to stream last Thursday.
No.
But then I had the realization that if I did, I couldn't Discord with the other people playing, and that's when we passed off to Gibby and we played Among Us instead.
Yeah.
But that's what happened is, like, I realized
It's great.
the problem with me streaming is I can't talk to y'all unless you guys go into the PlayStation chat while you play. But then
And you have to
Dan...
make sure you check it to make sure that you can speak, etc.
Anyway, so that was just one of the many complications.
Crazy.
Yeah.
He gets Simpson there. I get Simpson fucking Apex.
Did we get Simpson Apex? I don't talk to the...
Well,
Right,
children.
I don't talk to randos.
Yeah.
I mute the mics
I
instantly.
had another child add me. I played an arena with him and his dad.
I
He
mute...
asked me, "Do I have a mic?" And I just shake my head, no. Next thing I know, he adds me. I'm like, "What the fuck?" And he was 7. His dad told me. Didn't know I was, they were just talking. I don't
45.
fucking get it, but whatever. It just made no fucking sense to me. Made no fucking sense to me whatsoever.
Dace, what are you up to?
I don't even talk to him and they fucking add me.
A new Destacular Mind dropped yesterday, and it talked about my love for Star Wars and how it shaped me into the nerd that I am today. Other than that, we got all the BPP projects going on that you will hear from.
Call it
after
bullshit.
this. On what?
The nerd is not from Star Wars.
I also spoke to Weird Al. There's two
I was
things
gonna say,
there.
Weird Al did it.
But I think Star
Bastard.
Wars actually came first.
Really?
My exposure to Star Wars came
Weird
first.
Al came first.
Weird Al will definitely be a conversation because that's the other 50%.
Yeah, mine was definitely Weird Al, and then Star Wars.
Because it was kind of hand in hand. Like I started watching on my uncle. You'll hear this all in the Destacular Mind. I'm not going to spoil it for you. Anyway, that's all we got here. So for the few,
For my chickens.
for the proud,
And the whale.
and for the Dace-tacular, thank you guys for tuning in. And remember, basement dwellers, stick to the protocol. See you next time.
Fuck your protocol.
What's up, basement dwellers? I hope you enjoyed the latest Basement Protocol Productions creation. I'm Chris the Dace Man Dace,
I'm Frank.
and we want to drop some social media plugs on you. Check us out on Twitter at the BPP Official for all our tweeting needs, or you go over to Instagram at the BPP Official as well for all our picture needs.
Or Facebook. Facebook/Basement Protocol Productions. Or YouTube/Basement Protocol Productions.
And if you're somebody who likes live, non-stop action content, you can go over to twitch.tv/Basement Protocol.
Or if you just like the internet in general, you can go to www.basementprotocolproductions.com. Either way you do it, doesn't matter. We'll see you next time.